Lindsey Graham reacts on Fox's Hannity.
I think Matt Gaetz is very bright. I think he's qualified. He'll have a hearing, and he'll have some tough questions to answer. But to every Republican, please follow a process to give President Trump the ability to pick the people he thinks can do the job.
America's listening to Fox News.
Once again, it's time to make sure no one in the area goes hungry this Thanksgiving with the MTD Radio Holiday Food Fight. We're teaming up with United Way offices in Lee and Eddy counties, as well as grocery stores in Hobbs, Carlsbad, Lovington, and Artesia to fight hunger in our communities. With food prices still high, more people than usual are struggling during the already tough Thanksgiving season. But with your help, we can make sure they don't have to go without. As part of this two-day event, we'll be in Lovington and Artesia Friday, November 22nd, and Hobbs and Carlsbad Saturday, November 23rd. Made possible by our platinum sponsors, Rig Outfitters and Home Store, Lovington Fire Department, Garner's Motorsports, and the Working Guys Store. Our silver sponsors, Hungry Critters and New Mexico Septic Systems. Our bronze sponsors, Benny's Western Store, Forest Tire, Lee County Electric Co-op, and New Mexico Junior College. And our basic sponsors, Wilbanks Trucking, Old Jack's Restaurant, Elite Compliance Services, LLC, Lee County Roadside, and the Geo Group. Be as generous as you can with food or monetary donations. And join us at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia 2 to 5 p.m. on Friday, November 22nd for the MTD Radio Holiday Food Fight.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherlands.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's has what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
American Oil and Natural Gas provides a reliable energy solution, powers our economy, and ensures energy independence over foreign sources. As one of the country's leading producers, Coterra Energy has a responsibility to help meet these needs. They're growing their team and bringing on new team members who are passionate about energy and making a difference in the Permian Basin. New team members receive a sign-on bonus and have access to an incredible benefits package. To apply, text Coterra to 71441. That's COTERRA to 71441. Coterra Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
80 years. That's how long Forest Tire has been serving the needs of their loyal customers. You need a tire that will keep you going for the long haul so you can take on tough jobs. Let us introduce you to the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It holds up to tough conditions to keep you rolling strong. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and do more for more miles. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Get ready for the Boys and Girls Club's 6th Annual Fall Fishing Derby, November 23rd and 24th. First up, let's talk about those tagged trout. We've stocked the waters with trout, and guess what? One of those tagged fish is worth a whopping $1,000. The biggest catfish won't be left out. Whether you're a seasoned angler or a first-timer, bring your A game. The biggest bass also scores you another great prize. For a $20 donation, you can support our local Boys and Girls Club. Plus, we've got something for everyone. All ages welcome, and kids under 12 fish for free. Sign-ups kick off at 1 p.m. on the 22nd at the picturesque Lower Tansel Dam. It's a 2-day event of fishing, fun, and friendly competition. And trust us, there are many more tagged fishes and prizes waiting to be hooked. Our heartfelt thanks to our core sponsors, Silver Bullet Transportation. This ad is brought to you by the Carlsbad Lodgers Tax, supporting local events and tourism.
At Caveman Spray Foam Insulation, they can help you with all your insulation needs. Whether it be a new build or remodel or that old metal shop, they've got you covered. Certified and with over 12 years combined experience, there is nothing that can't be insulated. With free quotes available and serving all of Eddy, Lee, and Chavez counties in New Mexico, with a service available in West Texas, call the pros today at Caveman Spray Foam Insulation, 575-361-2228. If it can be sprayed, we'll spray it.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Hi, good morning. Down to 285. It's temperature readings in Roswell this afternoon. A beautiful 70 degrees under a sunny sky. 73 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia. A few thin high clouds over the area. And our studio at Lovington at 70 degrees this afternoon. Tomorrow's temperatures around 75 degrees in Lovington. And Carlsbad temperatures on Friday in the upper 70s. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Let's go! Up and at 'em. All right, rise and shine.
Good morning to you, too.
Go, let's go, let's go!
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio.
You have questions? We have answers.
Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer.
Why? How does it affect your family?
Why are they doing that?
You have questions?
Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
Check us out on Facebook.
The new and improved Be in the Breakfast Club. Now including Monica and Blake.
I don't know how those two managed to be so perky in the morning.
All right, you know what day it is?
That's part of my job here as host, is to tell you what day of the week it is.
Today is National Pickle Day. Today is National Pickle Day.
I love pickles.
I want pickles!
Pickles!
It's a pickle, I tell you.
Yep, I love it.
You had me at pickle.
Boom! Big reveal. I'm Pickle Rick!
Happy National Pickle Day!
Showtime.
National Pickle Day. It says nothing about pickleball, Tom, but it is National Pickle Day.
I had some pickles last
pickles.
night.
And by the way, that is not the question of the day. Pickles are actually good for you, and I'm going to tell you why with your high blood pressure.
Cucumbers.
I didn't say cucumbers, pickles. You know, once you take the cucumbers.
Do you know how they make pickles, Tom? Cut them up, right?
There we go.
Cut them up.
No, it's basically a fermented cucumber. Yeah.
Cut them up.
You really don't like pickles?
I don't
Tom?
like pickles. Man, I make some good pickles too. Never since I fell against the condiment shelf when I was a kid. I got some pickling cucumbers that we gotta do up. So
I had some pickles and some cucumbers last night.
Well, let me just say this much.
What?
I've been drunk before and fall against stuff. And I fell against a woman one time, and I never said I'm never going back to a woman. So you fell against a condiment shelf.
Wait. Using this logic, shouldn't he not be indoors because he falls into walls?
Yes,
and stuff?
that could be it.
Well, I had a brain tumor then. I didn't know I had a brain tumor then. It's not the tumor. And when I fell against that condiment shelf, everything fell on top of me and broke. Everything was in bottles back then, if you remember.
Of course.
Yeah.
So mayonnaise, ketchup,
I don't put pickles.
mustard.
I don't put mayonnaise. I don't put mustard. I don't put ketchup on my burger.
Well, that's just a phobia from hell.
Yeah,
I mean, they didn't cause
and pickles.
the tumor.
What else was on that shelf?
Radish and stuff.
They didn't cause the tumor.
Horseradish?
Right.
Relish.
Yeah, there you go.
Relish.
I was going to say, the radishes, that's over in the produce aisle.
Today's question, home remedies for lack of sleep. How do you get to sleep? What are your home remedies for not being able to go to sleep? How do you fall asleep? Last night, and I barely woke up. Last night, I took a half a gummy of my cannabis, but I took it late.
Okay.
I took it late, so this morning my alarm at 3:45 did not go off. Well, it went off. I just turned it off.
Yeah.
And then I woke up at 4:07, and I was like, well, damn, I'm late. Get up, boy.
So are you saying I need to come knock on the door?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Okay. I got 2.5 weeks of being in New Mexico, and so I ain't going to break the habit. How many times I've been late to work, Tom? And
since I know you weren't late to work. You were just late getting up.
And all the years, I know how many times I remember you slept through the whole show 2 times this year.
Yeah.
This year.
Not through the whole show.
Did he come in?
Yes.
No.
One time he came in, but it was like 8:30.
Yeah. Whole show. How many times have I ever been late for the show?
Twice.
I don't think it was even twice.
We were in Roswell.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I had to call, hey, B, get over here, man.
Maybe once. Because usually my body wakes me up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this morning, 4:07. Oh, hell, I'm late. Guinness World Book of Records Day. You ever break a record in the Guinness book? What country has the most Guinness World Book of Records? Monica,
I'm going to say China.
I'm going to say India.
Philippines.
India. Tom finally scores one with India. I've been asking the same question for 20 years. He finally got it right. Yeah, India has this deal where they like breaking, and now Pakistan has got on that. But if you look up the Guinness World Book of Records, I mean, they're all over. Man with the longest mustache.
Right.
Fingernails.
Yeah, fingernails.
Oh, gosh, the fingernail one's disgusting.
Toenails.
Yeah, toenails. The lady from New Orleans had the longest fingernails, and both hands. I'm like,
oh, gross.
They just curl like that.
Yeah, they go all like.
How do you wipe your butt?
Exactly. How do you wipe your front?
I mean,
that would hurt. Oh, God.
She must have one of those bidets, right, Tom?
Oh.
Something.
Or a
better.
bidet. A bidet.
A bidet.
International Girls' Day going on all day today. Loosen up and lighten up. National American Teddy Bear Day. National Pickle Day. National Seat Belt Day. Guacamole, Spicy Guacamole Day. Operating Room Nurse Day. Thank you, nurses. Spirit of the National Speakers Association Day. World's Diabetes Day. Tom, any advice on diabetes?
Keep it under control.
Keep it under control. And you would do so with donuts, candy, and other things, right?
I'm on a strict diet, B.
Yeah, we saw the inside of your car. By the way, if you could walk up to the mic a little bit, put the mic. I mean, look how you're this far away from the mic.
Well, because then you guys accuse me of breathing the other day and thing.
Well, because you do. There's a button right there.
I mean, it's okay to breathe, pero no tan
Don't get next to the mic and go.
I had to turn your mic on yesterday off when we had the FEMA people on. World Quality Day going on today. We'll talk about the View in just a second. And seniors, Medicare is going up. I'll talk about that in just a second. 6:13. Tom finally getting on Medicare, and it is going up. I'll get to that in just a second.
In August next year.
Yeah. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, starch them up, keep you looking awesome. They can also dry clean your clothes, press them up, Tom, wash, dry, and fold. They do all of that stuff. Walk in today, drop them off, or if you want to take care of your own clothes, they have coin-operated machines at all three of their locations, and they are open 7 days a week for your convenience. 609 West Lee and Carlsbad, 604 West Church and Carlsbad, and 406 West Cedar and Loving. 70 to high today, sunny skies, clear tonight, 42, sunny tomorrow, 75. We do have rain in the forecast. Maybe, they say Saturday night a little fog, but Sunday there's rain in the forecast. By the way, the wind today, not that bad, less than 15 miles an hour. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Big sale going on right now. You need to winterize yourself. They have everything. Hoodies, insulated bibs, the coveralls, face masks, balaclavas, insulated gloves. And right now, get the Rasco FR jackets for $119. Big boy, not a problem. Not a problem. They have all sizes. Those things regularly, they'll run up to $200. But Rig Outfitters usually charge about $159.99. Right now on sale for $119.99. If you're getting ready for winter, get in there and get everything you need at Rig Outfitters in the Home Store. Furniture, appliances, electronics, zero down financing. Right next door is Scrub Outfitters. Scrubs, the big name brand scrubs like Dickies and Healing Hands, Metcouture, and many other brands. They've got you covered. Compression socks, comfy shoes. You can find Scrub Outfitters and Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. Tom and the text.
All right, this text says, guess what, guys? Tom said, dang. D-A-M-N says the text.
Dang.
I don't think so. And Big John says, I control my diabetes with condiments. Says Big John.
I'm on a strict diet. Your vehicle says different.
Well, that's old stuff.
Why would you keep it then? Are you keeping it as a souvenir? Oh, look at the powdered donuts.
It just reminds me that I got to stay healthy.
Do you want us to go clean your car out?
No, it's just clean.
It's clean as a what's the saying?
Could someone
Hound dog's tooth?
Could someone sit in the passenger seat without moving trash out of the way?
Oh yeah, they can sit in there.
They can sit right on top of it
without moving the trash out of the way.
Yeah.
Did you clean it out after we looked at it?
No, it's just I got in the mood. It's time to clear that stuff out. I'm a very moody person. I don't do nothing unless
I need more room.
Yeah.
To put more stuff.
Jody from Lovington says, I don't believe you make good pickles, Blake. You need to prove it to me.
I'll bring you some, Jody. They'll be ready in a few weeks.
Another person said, I read online that the blue states are being recounted. Check your election map by state.
Look,
Most of them are turning red.
Yeah, the Republicans got control of the House.
I think
last
they did.
night.
Yeah,
last night
it was official.
Yeah, it is official. So. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. We got the House, we got the Senate, and the Dems are losing their mind by Donald Trump. I think some of these picks, he's just messing with them.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't think they're going to get confirmed. I think he's just playing with people.
Well, Fetterman got it right just on this one part. It is God tier level trolling.
Yeah, I think I think he's playing with people.
Tom, somebody also said that when Tom said he doesn't do condiments because of his shock, whatever. Healthy food was on that shelf too, Tom. That's why you stay away from it.
Yeah, he's like, I can't do them.
Was it a whole aisle?
It was a shelf.
So were you like having a seizure or something?
I was.
And you just fell?
I didn't know.
What store was it?
Piggly Wiggly back in the day.
Oh, I like Piggly Wiggly.
Now, Piggly Wiggly is a little different than Winn-Dixie. They're close.
Well, didn't Winn-Dixie end up buying
I
Piggly
think they
Wiggly?
did.
I think so.
Tom, you ever shop at Winn-Dixie?
I used to back in the day.
As a kid, I always liked to go in the Winn-Dixie because they have meat slogan. Well, I would be like, Monica, you have any idea what their meat slogan was?
Absolutely not.
And it's kind of inappropriate. If you have a dirty mind, it's inappropriate.
But it was talking about their butchers.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can't beat our meat, but you could, what was it?
Something about
you can
prices.
beat our prices, but you can't beat our meat.
That's it.
Yeah. And that slogan remained for like 70 years.
Well, I mean, on its face, it's legit.
Yeah,
We have the best quality meat.
Yeah.
You might find cheaper things elsewhere, but you won't get the quality.
Yeah.
I got you. One more. This one said, my home remedy for sleeping is doing the
Bump and grind.
The boom boom in the room.
Wrong. Yeah. With a little bump and grind, baby.
Nah, I tried that.
That'll
that doesn't.
For a lot of people, if you're doing it right, you get tired and after a couple hours, it's time to go to bed.
After the 8 o'clock hour, I'm going to ask you a question, Tom.
Okay.
About time, because recent survey says, Blake, in 8 hours. I'm just saying.
I said if you're doing it right.
Yeah, recent survey. All right, 619.
Well, not every time, obviously.
Yeah. Recent survey, recent episode of The View, Sonny Holstein agreed with advice to cut off Trump supporters at the, holiday get-togethers. That should be easy. I mean, she probably doesn't have any, so not a problem. Joy Behauer, by the way, will be spending it by herself along with Whoopi.
Lord, dang.
Well, and as we were talking about earlier, because you don't have that soundbite, right, about the bakery.
Yeah, no.
So Whoopi, who is in on this, and is the big proponent of if you have in-laws or relatives that voted for Trump, not to have them for dinner. But she's upset because some bakery, she says, wouldn't make her cake because of her politics.
Right.
Now, look, if somebody doesn't want to serve me, you know what I'm doing?
Next door.
I'm just going to the next bakery.
Yeah.
Sure.
You remember the bakery that wouldn't make the gay couple their cake
Right.
because of religious views?
Yeah.
And I think the guy is spot on. If it goes against your religious views, if you take a job as a checker at Walmart and you're Muslim, you don't have to touch pork or alcohol.
Right.
So why are we going to make that's a religious view?
Right.
Well, my biggest problem with all of that is how can you force someone to do or sell something they don't want to do or sell?
Just move on. Just move on. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from this morning?
Oh, out here in Carlsbad.
What's going on?
Hey, man, I got a little bit of constructive criticism. That's the way I want y'all to take it anyways.
All right.
If I want to go to sleep, I turn on W105 between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Because Conway plays the same song every day, all day long, and you can set your clock to it.
I don't choose the song.
Another thing you don't do, buddy.
I don't choose the song,
I'm
brother.
doing something around there, man. Y'all have a great day.
At least he's listening, though, right?
Oh, Tom.
Explain that, B, that we don't choose our song.
Oh, no. President-elect Donald Trump met with President Biden yesterday at the White House. Joe, visibly excited, and even said, "What's it like to be president, man?" Oh, wait, I'm president. What are you talking about?
Wait. Joe Biden
Jill, come here. Tell me what it's like.
asked Donald Trump that?
Yeah. What's it like to be president? And he seemed to be happy to see Trump.
You know, honestly, I think that Joe Biden is just so out of it. He's so gone, and he has no clue what he's doing.
But he seemed very happy to see Donald
And he's
Trump.
probably relieved.
I think part of that is he has been saying, "Look, you should have left me in there." And so he's like, yeah,
payback.
You're here, so
payback.
Congratulations.
Did you see all the people that were standing outside, all the workers that were standing outside waiting for Trump to get there? These are workers. These are
The White House workers, right?
Yeah, well, no, they're on the other side. There's a barricade, so they're not at the White House. What's right next to it? Is it the Senate building?
Well,
It's a government office of something. I don't remember exactly. They showed it on TV yesterday, and all these people are just standing right out there. Yeah, there's a wall, a retaining wall between them, and they can open up this gate that allows them to come up to get there.
Wow.
Let me look.
Wow.
How many new people will Donald Trump bring in? I mean, they're talking about some of these jobs, Ramaswamy and Musk, how many jobs they're going to eliminate, because we've added thousands and thousands of jobs over the years. And by the way, monkey studies, how much money do you think we spend on monkey studies every year?
Millions,
I don't know,
probably.
millions? 2, 3 million?
$50 million.
$50
For
million?
monkey studies.
Golly.
Transgender studies.
On a monkey?
Yeah, how much money do you think we spend on transgender studies?
Oh, Lord.
$25 million.
Transgender.
I'm done.
So I'm looking at a map of D.C. right now because I wanted to see what was next to it. And, you know, I mean, the way it's set up, of course, in front of the White House, if you go out, is the Washington Monument, right? And then if you go
This is like
perpendicular to
looking
that,
at the back of the White House, because that's usually where they're coming in. The back off to the right. There is a building right there. They said it was the government something.
It must be just a federal building.
Yeah, it's a
because
federal.
It's not
yeah.
listed on the map.
Yeah, it's a federal government something. I don't think it's accountability office because that would be too close to the White House. Quincy Jones passed away, of course, November 3rd. He was 91, died of pancreatic cancer. That information is coming out. That was listed on his death certificate. And seniors, if you're paying for your Medicare, Tom, you don't have your Part B yet, right?
No.
So if you're enrolling, monthly premium for Part B enrollees rising from $10.30 to $185. From $10 to $185 a month. Part B is what?
That's your prescriptions.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and you don't
You're
want
screwed, buddy.
You do not want to skip that.
You're screwed.
Like when you get Medicare, do not fail to sign up for parts B and D.
You were screwed. So
Well, they sent me a webinar the other day on how to educate myself on this.
So
stuff.
your regular...
There are several insurance agents that can probably help you out.
Yeah. For your regular, you definitely need an Advantage plan. But for your regular, Medicare, mine is like $223 a month.
Yeah, that's about right.
It goes
That's
by
about
income.
right.
It goes by income.
Now, can you choose your provider?
Sort of.
Insurance
on B's, parts B and D and all. Yeah, you can.
But the prescription-based plan is going up from $10 a month to $185 a month. And I'm just going to say, I never hear about cuts to Medicaid. I never hear cuts to Medicaid. I never hear cuts we're going to cut Medicaid, who is the greatest insurance ever, because you don't pay anything into it and you get everything out of it. So if you're a senior barely getting by and you can't live without your prescriptions,
just know your money went to illegal.
Now, what do you got, B? You're already on it. What
I don't do prescriptions because I'm not on any prescription. The only prescription I'm on is high blood pressure, and I am down to taking a half of what they prescribed, and I'm fine.
Well, we do because of my wife.
Yeah. And so seniors are going to get screwed again. The people that can't be screwed.
Right.
Well, wait, that didn't sound right.
Look, seniors, look, these politicians, especially the Democrats, have no problem giving away money to other countries, to illegal people here. But when it comes to our veterans and our seniors, they screw them every time.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Pretty sad. All right, still to come, we've got, we're going to check the price of oil. We got taking out trash on the way. Thought for the day, my tweet for the day, update on that story about the human remains.
Right.
And Sheriff Corey Hilton from Lee County said 10 to 20 human remains. And when we talk about skulls, it's fragments from skulls, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, are we getting into this now?
Yeah. So fragment from skulls. And
the guy was a known collector. Like, he bought those things online.
Skulls?
And other bones.
Now, the man identified also linked to Cecile Villanueva, and the Lee County Sheriff's Office confirmed that they have made an arrest and the man is currently has been detained. So, and this is not a serial killer.
No. And the guy down there in jail, he's in jail right now.
Right.
And he was known to do this down there. A lot of other people didn't know that he had this stuff. And there are also other things in there that are kind of known. It was kind of a known drug house and things along those lines. And so the Office of the Medical Examiner is dating those bones and the remains and all those little things. And it's not, like you said, it's not a whole body.
No, it's not a whole body.
It's just they're pieces, parts of things.
Right.
And he got as complete skulls as he could as well, is what he did.
He's a weirdo, man.
Well,
but most definitely. And
but they're trying
devil worshiping.
Yeah, they're trying to determine the age of all of those remains so that they can have an exact date. So then they can start saying, is this anything that's recent?
Right. Now, we know there's a lot of those oil field workers that have disappeared.
Yeah, but it's not
and they said that has nothing to do with this case.
No.
Nothing. All right, 629, Matt Gaetz resigns from Congress over the Trump nod for Attorney General. Yep. This is driving. Hey, where's my liberal that used to send a text in every day about Matt Gaetz? By the way, it's been 4 years. Matt Gaetz has not been charged with ethics violations, or they investigated, they found nothing, and now he could be your Attorney General. And the way this went down, Donald Trump had a couple people that he wanted to be his Attorney General.
Yep.
But they didn't want to do it. I have no idea who those people are. They didn't want to do some of the things that Donald Trump wants. Well, you're his Attorney General. And Matt Gaetz was riding on the plane from Florida, hitching a ride back to D.C., and Trump started talking to him, and one thing led to another. Now Matt Gaetz is
nominee for general.
I'm wondering how quick the approval will be on some of these, because the Republicans will own the Senate.
Some of them will be faster than others.
And we do know yesterday that they picked a new leader in the Senate. I'm not happy with that. And when you have one guy, Rick Scott, he was the first to go. And then you have John Cornyn, who was number 2, and then Thune,
yeah.
So, and I'm looking for the story.
Remember yesterday I said he was tall, so that works to his advantage.
So this guy has gone to Ukraine multiple times. So when I see him in a picture of Zelensky, I instantly think that, and he's voted against a lot of things that
he's part of the swamp.
Yeah, he's definitely part of the swamp. So why did they go to him? I do not know, but he will be the Senate Majority Leader.
He will,
and he'll take over from another swamp rat, Mitch McConnell. Rick Scott was not.
Is there any bigger swamp rat than Mitch McConnell?
And so the only one that really wasn't a swamp rat was Rick Scott, and they didn't want him. And you know what else I do not like? I don't like the idea that these people are voting and you can't see their voting records on who they choose. Do you know what I mean? It's a secret meeting. Secret vote. I don't care for that.
Right.
So well, and there's I don't know. There's ways around that, but that swamp is so deep, and the dark money is so deep.
It's going to take a long time to get that fixed. Long time. Special counsel Jack Smith asked the courts to halt his appeal against Donald Trump in those Florida cases as Jack Smith withers away and goes in the background.
Oh, he's resigning before Trump
gets off. We just step aside.
And of course, Judge Marchand, in his cases, you know, it's he's either trying to set some kind of trap, which I don't believe he's smart enough to do, or they're just completely backing down because they know what it is, and these are going to be vacated.
Right.
And if they vacate them, then all you super far left liberals who are screaming he has 34 felonies that were all made up.
Can't say that anymore.
Those go away.
Yeah, can't say it anymore. All right, we're going to get to the price of oil. We'll also talk about freshman enrollment at an all-time high in New Mexico colleges. Now, I will say this much. I think the lottery scholarships is great, but I'm also going to say where the bad side is to lottery scholarships. I'll talk about that. 6:33. Beyond the Breakfast Club morning show this morning being brought to you by your friends at WWRV, 3 RV Parks, and they've got all of them located in Carlsbad, 162 RV sites, 30 and 50 amps available, high-speed internet included with all of your utilities for one low price. Street lights out there, very well lit up, and they're pet-friendly. Give them a call, 988-0392. WWRVTimeStory.com.
All right, this text is saying Piggly Wiggly was a subsidiary of Hoggly Woggly.
Subsidiary.
There you go.
No.
Of Hoggly Woggly.
That's funny.
That is funny.
But it really was the name of a grocery chain. It was Piggly Wiggly.
Ooh. And this
had a little pig with a butcher hat on.
Yeah,
with the logo.
I remember that. Medigap is much better than Advantage, says this one text. Search the pros and cons of it, and it becomes clear.
Yeah, I never looked at it because the only reason I have Medicare, I wasn't going to get it. Living out of the country, it benefits me in no way. I plan to petition part of an expat group that my Medicare should be acceptable in any country that I go to. Should. And the reason being, and the reason they don't do it, because I've talked to a congressman, he said, well, what about the corruption? And I said, you're charging, So when I go to the hospital and they charge me, and I'm not dishing on the hospitals, when they charge me $1 for a Tylenol, for one Tylenol, that's not corruption? So.
But, Tom, you definitely need to sit down with an expert or someone who is knowledgeable in the field and have them go through all your options with you. Do not miss on doing that.
Yeah, I got regular Medicare because that's what fits me.
I think I want to stay on Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Well,
you
just talk to somebody.
Talk to somebody who knows.
And look, I know you. You're the biggest procrastinator ever.
I am
If
not.
you miss the window, you miss the window.
Right. Do not miss that. And talk to somebody who knows. Don't just
And
say
I'm not
you
talking
think you
about
want to
a
do
couple
whatever.
friends that you know at the senior center. I'm talking about somebody that does it for a
Well, they
living.
should know pretty well. I mean, they are on that stuff.
Goodness.
Medicare prescription plan is not part of Part B, says the Jail Patriot.
Part D, I think is what it said.
Look,
Or, I don't know.
You need to talk to someone who does this for a living.
Yeah, the prescription plan going up from $10 to $185.
Don't take
Crazy.
armchair
Whatever
advice.
part it
Don't take texture advice unless that's what they do for a living. Don't take our advice. Go talk to
somebody.
someone.
And the reason I didn't talk to somebody because I knew I was going to keep the original Medicare, and I'm not buying a prescription plan. I don't need the Advantage. I don't need a supplement. I don't need any of that because I just need you to cover me in case of an emergency and I go to the hospital.
Right.
I pay for my own medication. I pay for my own doctor visits.
Trump obsessed hater says, congratulations to the new Secretary of Education, Lauren Boebert, who will be teaching your children how to work with their hands.
Did they name
I
it?
never.
I didn't see that.
I never
I
saw
have not
that.
seen that either.
I've never seen that. But I mean, so.
Well, he's trying to be nasty.
So, because she is asexual and you are bisexual, you don't like that?
I thought you were like for that kind of stuff, Trump obsessed hater.
Well, Trump obsessed hater just likes his own hands.
Okay. There is still a Piggly Wiggly in my hometown in Alabama.
Right on.
Says someone.
Yeah, they're still around.
Yeah, several years ago we drove through. I don't know, it may have been Alabama, but there was a Piggly Wiggly, and I stopped on purpose because I wanted to see what it was like. So cool.
A lot of small towns, East Texas, Louisiana.
And Piggly Wiggly 1916, the first store to be able to get your own groceries, said a toaster.
A toaster.
Yeah, I don't know if you're a
guess that's
toaster.
true because before that, they were kind of like general stores where you went to the counter and they
went and fetched.
Yeah.
And Tom, go talk to my wife Lindsay at the Norley Hospital. She deals with that.
Yeah.
So
professional.
Yeah.
But don't miss the window. You missed the window. There's open enrollment, and if you miss open enrollment, you're done.
Yeah.
Jody said, hey, Tom, they're all wrong. Don't listen to them. You can do your own Medicare. I mean, you're a picture of health and doing amazing on your extremely strict diet that you're on.
Extremely strict.
Yes.
The powdered donuts. Extremely. My sugar was low that day.
And someone chimed in on the Jow guy. A known drug house? That's crazy. If it's known, then kick the door and clean it out and then bulldoze it. I think that's why they got called to the house, because it caught fire or something like that.
Well,
I don't remember
I wish it was that easier where you could kick the door down.
I agree
Yeah.
with your sentiment, but that's not how it works. In every town you're in, law enforcement knows of several known drug houses.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I used to live next to one of the biggest.
And if they could, they would go and do that.
Yeah, but
they
you can't.
They're tied.
Yeah, they can't. Their hands are tied. Freshman college enrollment continues to rise in New Mexico, according to New Mexico Higher Education Department. First-time enrollment increased 9% in the fall semester.
Wow.
About from 9,000 students to 12,000 students. Look, the scholarships, the lottery scholarships in New Mexico are awesome. But there's also a lot of money that's wasted because kids start school and 1 or 2 semesters down the road, they're gone. So all that money that was invested in them on the lottery scholarship, that's wasted money. It's gone. Because these kids probably shouldn't have went to college anyway. they probably should have went to maybe a technical school. Now, there are some colleges that have technical programs, but we got a lot of waste that goes on in the scholarships, when it comes to lotteries and that type of scholarships. Elon Musk just got finished buying a compound for his 11 kids and his baby mamas. And a lot of people are throwing shade on him that, he's got to keep them all in the same place. And look, he takes care of his own kids. And what he does in his bedroom, I thought liberals were okay. What happens in their bedrooms is their business.
It should be okay with everyone. Stop trying to regulate what goes on in people's bedrooms.
And Elon Musk over the weekend was on his yacht with a potential another baby's mama. I mean,
there's an attraction when you have so many zeros behind your bank account.
That's just the thing. Like, as a society, we're so wrapped up in other people's personal lives. Like, especially
but the liberals
famous
are
people.
always saying, my bedroom, my choice.
And I agree with that.
Yeah, so leave Elon Musk alone if he's taking care of his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his personal life.
And
has
more
nothing to
than
do with
that,
how
he
he's
has
gonna do his job.
he has a connection with each one of his kids and a connection with each one of his baby mamas. He's not like, a deadbeat just leaving them on the side. He's building a damn compound for them. So all his kids can grow up together and everybody has their own home. What's the problem with that?
That's almost like the old Mormon thing. Where they had multiple wives and they all have their own houses.
Yeah.
They're all connected.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk about the governor new appointment. Boy, this film industry things. Do you know the money they're bringing into the state, Blake? It is so much money.
You mean the money leaving the state?
Oh, it's just so much. We're going to get to that. We'll talk about that in just a sec. We'll do the tweet of the day. Price oil on the way. Morning show being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction. Trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. Exceptional construction and siding services. Roofing, metal buildings. They can handle all of that. And if you've noticed that you can't keep your house warm, well, the reason is because all the heat is going out of the windows. So energy efficient house will save you a lot of money when it comes to the price to cool your house or heat your house. Get in touch with them today. 575-391-1430. Seminole Siding and Construction.com.
All right, this texter says, we have had a Piggly Wiggly in Scott, Louisiana all of my life.
Yeah.
They got fresh pork sausage that are excellent, especially in that good old gumbo, says the text.
Right outside of Lafayette.
And this text
wait, Scott. Baton Rouge. Yeah, Baton Rouge.
Is that in the neighborhood out there? Okay.
Yeah, right there in the neighborhood, though.
And how do I sleep? The question of the day, this text is saying, when my mind is racing and I can't sleep, I say this, says the texter.
I command my spirit to take the thoughts from my head and drop them down to my heart.
There you go.
And then they say it three times. I mean, that's good that you say that. I don't agree with that completely. Because then they become what's in your heart. And if they're not good thoughts, then why would you want them in your heart? And a lot of times that's what keeps people up is just crazy thoughts, situations, whatever.
I used to think it was, when I was, managing radio stations, all this stuff, things that I needed to do and that type of stuff. But now I just sometimes lay in bed and look at the ceiling and listen to the wife snore.
What helps me is actually noise. I turn a podcast on and I'm out.
Really? So
turn fan, anything like that?
Turn Tom's show on is what the listener said earlier.
Praise the Lord, I have never had a problem falling asleep. Never. But there are some times whenever I'm just like, I want to listen to something. So I'll throw a podcast on and I'm done.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I know different people have fans. They do
white noise.
Yeah,
things
white
like that.
noise, music, sound effects. You know, like
No,
a
I felt right
rainforest
to
or
sleep.
whale calls.
But one thing I do, like right before we pray, or right when in our prayers, we include, thank you, Father, for sweet, peaceful sleep tonight. And that has a lot to do with the way you sleep.
You know,
And the worst
melatonin will help with that.
And the worst thing is that when you wake up every 2 hours.
Oh, that's me.
I do that.
When you just wake up every 2, but you need to go pee probably because your prostate's the size of a pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
You ought to take you some pumpkin seed oil,
That would
pumpkin,
help.
some saw palmetto.
I pee because I drink a lot of water. That's what it is.
Well, in the morning, I drink all this, so I have to go to break.
I don't care. I mean, if I'm sleeping good, I don't get up. I'll go to bed at 10, wake up at 4.
Now, last night I went to sleep
Usually,
around.
I wake up like a couple hours before I'm supposed to get up because it's my body going, hey, you're going to need to be getting up.
Yep.
And then I look at the clock and go, oh, I got an hour. Oh, I got 15 minutes.
Now, last night
we
I
all
went to
do
sleep at 7:30, but the whole night long I thought, I'm an hour behind.
Why you went to sleep at 7:30?
So sleepy.
Wow.
That's
7:30.
actually good, though, because
Yeah.
someone your age, I mean, you don't take naps, do you?
I didn't take my nap yesterday.
Oh.
Tom,
Monica doesn't take naps.
You're asking that
How long
question
have you been in
seriously?
this
No, like, I know
studio?
he, takes tiny snoozes here and there. Like, he'll take one.
I
He's
mean,
up
where
for
have
one
you
here in a
been?
bit.
But I'm not the first one. I went to eat the senior center yesterday.
What's the
and,
name?
and a lot of people there said, well, I need to go take my nap after lunch.
Listen, there is nothing wrong with taking a nap. I'm just
So
saying.
we all have that in common, all the seniors.
I'm just saying.
You
I'm
know,
not a
yeah.
senior.
You know, Tom, what you pay for your bus and with your salary, you can probably sign up for an assisted living center.
I mean,
Hey.
even before you were a senior, you were taking your Mimi. All right, 647. We'll get to the thought for the day, tweet of the day. Being brought to you by Platinum Auto Services in Carlsbad, professional mechanic services you can trust. I tell you what, these guys are reliable. They are certified ASE, so they've got the experience and the skills to figure out what's going on with your automobile and get it back on the road. They do simple things like the oil changes and the window tinting and the tires and accessories, but diagnostics. If you've got a problem with that automobile, you need to get it back on the road. They can figure it out. Give them a call this morning, 575-689-6900, or visit them, 606 South Canal in Carlsbad. Also, failed to mention that they use nothing but high-quality auto parts. We got a big fight coming up. Mike Tyson is going to be fighting Jake Paul. I thought for whatever reason that was a Saturday night, but it is on Friday night.
Tomorrow.
The 15th, isn't it?
Friday night. And here is with the Golden Boy. Tom, you remember the Golden Boy?
The Golden.
Yes. What's his name?
Oscar De La Hoya, who
Yeah.
also likes to put on women's clothes. You and him have something together. He was on the
I did it once.
Shay Shay Club Shay Shay, and here's what he had to say yesterday about Tyson fighting Jake Paul.
You don't think Tyson is a serious opponent for him?
Come on. 61 years. I saw him the other day. I love Tyson. I told him
He can punch.
Of course. He's got a puncher's chance the first 3 rounds. I'm a little scared of Tyson getting hurt after the 3rd round.
Right.
Jake Paul's a big boy. He's 26 years old. Tyson's 61. I'm happy for Tyson that he's making money and that Tyson still loves it and he's getting in there. He's in shape.
Right.
But just be careful.
By the way, he's not 61. He's 58 today. Today is his birthday. You want to buy Mike something? I take a cake.
Well, did you see his press conference yesterday?
Yeah.
What did he say?
I'm going to win.
That's what he
Oh,
said?
he is going to win.
And he had that Mike Tyson look and the sound, and he
Well-
was like, I'm going to win.
I mean, you look at the people Jake Paul have fought. He's only fought really one good
Right.
boxer. When you fight people from the UFC, the punching is different.
Yes.
It's a different type of punch.
Well,
They're used to
it's-
punch being punched
It's to
close
set
in.
something else up.
Yeah. And so this is different. Also, on if you go back and watch that podcast on Club Shay Shay,
they talked about Canelo fighting Jake Paul, and he said, I could probably make it happen, even though, and the reason I didn't continue on, there's lots of cussing. And he said,
Jake Paul's an idiot if he were to ever fight Canelo.
He said that Canelo hates him, and but he said he thinks he could get it done, but it's not a legacy fight. Why would Canelo want to fight Jake Paul?
Exactly.
I mean, the next guy that he should fight is the next guy in line, the other Mexican fighter. I can't think of his name. But that dude is a beast, and I think would have a chance of beating Canelo. Canelo is one of those fighters that have gotten much better.
He has. I saw him
over time. He has not regressed. He has actually improved.
Guy's good.
So,
well, I think part of Jake Paul's thing is it's Mike Tyson.
Right.
And so obviously this elevates everything about the fight. And if he loses, it's okay because it's Mike Tyson.
Well, look.
Sure.
If you want to be a fighter, and look, I believe boxing's dead. I think
for the most part,
corruption killed boxing.
Sure.
There are several fights with Mayweather that he lost those fights, and they went the other way. That killed boxing. The other thing that killed boxing is that people lost interest because UFC is it's more brutal. But boxing is dead. But if you want to be a boxer, go fight boxers and make your way up whatever weight category you're going to fight in.
Right.
That's the correct way to do it. Looks like Joy Reid talking about Trump's cabinet picks. Here's what she had to say yesterday at 6:51 at W105.
Former and future president is moving quickly to fill the clown car and round out his cabinet before he changes his mind and fires them all. Moments ago, Trump announced that he has selected Fox Weekend morning show host, you can't make this up, Pete Hegseth, to serve as Secretary of Defense, because why not?
I mean, he knows nothing about the military.
She just cracks herself up, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's very, very, very funny. And, so Matt Gaetz as the Attorney General. Here's Matt Gaetz. I love Matt Gaetz because he's a guy that did not walk the line. He went against McCarthy. He went against Johnson. He's one of those guys that said, I'm a Republican, but I'm going to shake things up. I'm going to shake things up. Here's Matt Gaetz. I think it's Matt
You can
Gaetz.
clear it all up for us right now. Will the Department of Justice provide to the committee all documents, all correspondence between the department and Alvin Bragg's office and Fonnie Willis' office and Letitia James's office?
The offices you're referring to are independent offices of state.
I get that. The question is whether or not you will provide all of your documents and correspondence. That's the question. I don't need a history lesson.
Well, I'm going to say again, we do not control those offices. They make their own decisions.
The question is whether you communicate with them, not whether you control them. Do you communicate with them, and will you provide those communications?
You make a request.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz.
That's why they hate him.
That's exactly why they hate him. He goes against the grain. And Professor Andrew Weissman, who's on CNN, here's what he had to say about Matt Gaetz, and it's not good.
Facts. We know he has said repeatedly that there was a fraud in the election. He won it, and we know that is not true. And he lost all of the cases but one, and that one was on some technical issue. So he is adhering to a world where facts and law don't matter. And so
I think you don't like Matt Gaetz because he has good hair. Well, I mean, I'm a little envious too.
Well, we know that it did happen.
Yeah.
Because of the 20 million voter anomaly.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
That's not proof it didn't happen.
Yeah. Another big pick we'll get to coming up next. Pete Hegseth. We'll talk about that. Tweet of the day. We've done that. The thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Boom or bust, they are there for you at wakefieldOil.com. Follow them on Facebook. Serving Southeast New Mexico, delivering all gas product in the patch, on-road, off-road. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield.
I'm not clumsy. It's just that the floor hates me, the tables and chairs are bullies, and the wall gets in the way.
That's Tom's driving. That sounds like Tom's driving.
The dumpster.
All right, 654. The governor, Michelle Lujan Gresham, appointed Steve Graham to the new division director for the film office.
Oh, God.
Graham, a native of New Mexico, has more than 25 years of experience in managing film and television production. There was a number they threw out there. $76 million is how much the film industry brings back to New Mexico.
Brings back or costs?
Brings into New Mexico.
And how much does it cost New Mexico?
It is government supplemented by New Mexico. So I just don't know if it is. When you look at net, I don't think it's net positive.
Didn't we pay like government subsidies
Yes.
equaling like $150 million?
That's the difference between the film industry and the oil and gas industry. Or any of these green projects. They're supplemented by the government, so we'll never know exactly if they make or break. We'll never know.
I mean, I'm all for any other industry.
Sure, yeah.
And the film industry is no different, but I don't think we should subsidize any industry.
Right.
I could see subsidizing it for like 2 years.
Sure.
While it gets on its feet, and then after that should go away. In this case, this has been going on for 15 years.
Well, it's like any other economic development thing. If you have to lure somebody here with a short-term incentive, I'm all for that.
Yeah. Low interest loans, whatever,
all those things.
Whatever the case is. But the problem is a lot of those jobs that they bring in are not New Mexicans working those jobs. That's the biggest
all
problem.
the high-pay jobs
are
not New Mexicans.
That's part of the problem.
Now, there are people that are involved with the film industry that are trying to change that. And we had one here on the extended version not that long ago that's local, Mary Harmeyer.
Yeah.
And she's working with some other folks, and they're trying to start kind of a production in this area of the state as well.
They tried it in Roswell. They spent a lot of money. I don't know if that's still around or not. New Mexico Court of Appeals has upheld the conviction of a man who tried to cover up Victoria Marin's murder. Fabian Gonzalez serving 37 and a half year sentence for dismembering 10-year-old body. Yeah, the appeals court upheld his conviction. Suspect agrees to a plea deal in the deadly movie shooting case. Yeah, I remember that case because it happened at a movie theater. And whenever we think of a movie theater, we think about the shootings in Colorado. But the man agreed to take the plea deal in the deadly shooting inside the Northeast Albuquerque movie theater last June. Enrique Padilla agreed to a plea deal and second-degree murder charges. Padilla accused of shooting and killing Michael Torino over seats at the Century Rio 24 movie theater. And, they've got the plea deal. He faces 20 years. 20 years for a murder. Governor Abbott preventing any universities in Texas from increasing tuition for the next 2 years.
Good for him.
And Clovis police on the scene of a shooting, 1 dead, at least 2 injured.
My goodness.
That happened last night. We are seeing more and more activity in Clovis.
You're right.
It's crazy.
It is.
Crazy. Sleepy little town. So Clovis police say that 1 person dead, at least 2 people injured. That happened about 4:45 in the afternoon. They arrived to find 1 man in the street. Total 3 people were shot and 1 is dead. And the police are still investigating that incident. Joe Rogan revealing one thing that Kamala Harris, she was talking about coming on his podcast. One thing she did not want to talk about was legalization of marijuana. Blake, why would, I mean, that's it. That would be a win for her.
Right.
It should be, but I don't know. Maybe they don't want it nationally.
Well, maybe
and they want it to still be a state thing.
Maybe cocaine's her drug of choice. I don't know. Alina Habba says she is very seriously considering becoming the press secretary. That would be a step down for her.
It would.
I mean, she's a high-price attorney. That would be a step down. Republicans get control of the House. That announced this morning. And Mike Johnson continues as the speaker. Privacy concerns. If police scan your license plate, is that a privacy concern?
No.
There are two sides to this.
Yeah, I get it.
And on one side, like Monica said, no. On the other side, the people say, well, if they're tracking you everywhere you go and all the movements you have, then how is that not?
Right.
But at the same time, I think whenever you choose to drive a vehicle in a public place, in a public...
So you should be tracked everywhere you go and everything you do.
I don't necessarily think that you're being tracked if somebody runs your license plate.
They're already doing this.
They are.
Look,
I'm partially playing devil's advocate.
And recently, there was a kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
And
they
so
got her.
if you're on I-20 and they're able to scan all these license plates at a high rate, a very, very high rate.
Yep.
And they're just scanning license plate, got him.
Yep.
And you save somebody's life.
There are huge advantages to it.
Yes. Or if they know there's a guy that is bringing drugs into the country and you lose this guy. You're tailing him, but you lose him. And you've got the software out and about.
But this goes back to a whole lot of other things because it's not just license plates.
Right.
There's satellite imaging, your phone, all that stuff.
Your driver's license
Yep.
has a code on it.
RFID chip.
So they could probably figure out if you're in an area.
If you're close to an RFID scanner, yeah.
What's one more thing to track us by?
I read so many.
Well, again, there's double sides to that.
I read so many CIA, books, Mitch Rapp and all those guys that I'm just like, well, hell, they've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, license plate scanners are the least of your worries.
I think that you're against it whenever it's not for you. But when it works for you, you're like, oh, yeah, scan them. You know what I mean?
That's true in anything.
Yeah, you're right.
But what you're talking about in all the different tracking stuff, in the scheme of things, a license plate where it's just a nothing.
It's nothing.
It's a nothing.
Well, I remember when I was in Rio Dosa, they scanned my plate. I was coming back from the casino. It was an event that I was covering, and then they pulled me over. They said, by the way, you have a traffic ticket that hasn't been paid. And I said, well, I went yesterday over to the to the clerk's office to get that checked, and they gave me an extension, but they didn't put it in their database. And they threw me in jail for 90 minutes.
Bah.
And you were heartbroken because you couldn't get any of the powdered donuts in the candy bar.
So wait a minute. So we've gone from in the last year or so to Tom never having drank, never having smoked anything, never been in jail, and now we find out that Tom has drank. Tom did smoke once.
Yep.
And he's been in jail.
He could be a pothead. That's why he's falling asleep all the time, and we just don't know it. But let me get to Pete Headstap before we take our break, and then the price of oil. We got to get to the price of oil. 703 KWMW Malgemar 105.1 FM. Pete Headstap. They were talking about him. He is going to be the Secretary of Defense. They were talking about him on The View yesterday.
The world who clearly does not know anything about the military.
And also I feel insulted. I'm a morning TV host, and I've been here the longest.
Yes.
Where's my ambassadorship to Italy, Donald? Was it something I said?
Beyond what he's saying just about women, the scary part is the Secretary of Defense is the highest-ranking member of the federal cabinet, and there is a budget of $841 billion. It's the largest government agency. It operates 4,800 sites in over 160 countries, and as someone who right now, we stand here with a country that has a lot of turmoil in the Middle East, in Russia.
So what you're saying is he won't have any other employees to help him, right? He's got to manage that all himself. Is that what they're trying to say, Blake?
I guess. Sounded like whatever the first one is. That now, Joy? Whatever.
Yeah. Here is Pete Headstap talking on a podcast, and this guy is a Secret Service. I think he was SEAL Team 5, and this guy doing a podcast, and I don't remember his name, but here's Pete a while back talking. Of course, he also has a book out. And he's talking about what would he do to fix our military.
There's a chance to course correct it, but it would take the new Trump administration going after it really hard.
How would they correct it?
Well, first of all, you got to fire you got to fire the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and you got to fire this. I mean, obviously, you're going to bring in a new Secretary of Defense, but any general that was involved, general, admiral, whatever that was involved in any of the DEI woke, it's got to go. Either you're in for war fighting, and that's it. And that's the only litmus test we care about. You got to get DEI and CRT out of military academies, so you're not training young officers to be baptized in this type of thinking. And then, whatever the standards, whatever the combat standards were, say, in, 1995, let's just make those the standards. And as far as recruiting, to hire the guy that, did Top Gun Maverick and create some real ads that motivate people to want to serve. And there's lots of other ways in which you could identify who gets promoted and what, but there's an ethos change. I mean, there's a reason people don't want to serve, because they don't trust that their senior leaders are going to have their best interest in mind in combat. I know there were mistakes made on our tours all over the place, but I, at least for the most part, had a sense that my senior leaders were committed to the completion of the mission for the right reasons.
And when we leave people in Afghanistan, that leads to lack of trust.
And they don't even acknowledge those 13 deaths.
Right.
They didn't contact the family. They probably sent them a letter from the Department of Defense, but other than that, nothing.
Donald Trump meeting with Joe Biden yesterday, and it was a cordial meeting. Joe seemed like Trump was his best friend.
Right.
He was like, "Hey, sorry for the garbage comment." But Trump touched on that, talking about politics is nasty.
Well, Mr. President-elect and former President, thank you, Donald, congratulations. Thank you. And looking forward to having like we said, a smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So good. Welcome back.
And thank you very much. And politics is tough, and it's in many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. A transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate it.
Now, Joe Biden was there at the meeting. In fact, she was the one behind the podium. I think Joe was having problems walking. I think Joe was having problems. No, Joe had an aneurysm back in the 90s, a brain aneurysm.
Oh, wow. I never knew that.
And I think he's having some difficulty walking nowadays because it took him a while. They brought Trump in. He was already sitting in that seat, which would make sense.
Right.
So I think he's having some difficulties. Thank God that he didn't run and win.
Right.
That would have been really, really bad.
That was really tender to me.
Yeah. All right, 7:07, BN, the Breakfast Club morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Proud, homegrown and proud of it. Based in Roswell. You can also find them up in Capitan, Lincoln County Mercantile. Look, they have everything, farm and ranch supplies, Western wear. Thinking about Christmas shopping? They've got tons of stuff in there. For women, Brighton. They've got beautiful belt buckles, looking for a brand new cowboy hat. Certified Purina dealer. Feed for all your animals, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell.
And, Tom is a bonded and certified. He's got a driver's license. He's been bonded out of jail, and he's a certified idiot, says the texter.
Certifiable.
Yeah. And I want to thank Harlan Vinzican. He helped me that day because they were going to take my car. They were going to take it and put it in storage, I guess that's what they call
Impound.
it. Impound. So he sent one of his firemen to take my car to the police station when I got out. That was real nice of him.
One of his firemen?
Yeah.
Well, he was the fire chief.
When he was fire chief back then. So, and he helped me through all that deal. And put a phone call into the magistrate judge. Said, "Look,
give me your jailhouse face when you're in there, because you got to look.
Well,
Did they take your mugshot?
Yes, they did. And the deal about the state police, he was a rookie. And I said, look, I'm claustrophobic. I'm in this little jail cell. Could I have my phone so I could talk to my brother? And they allowed me to do that.
I have my phone.
I'm Tom A.
Yeah.
You could put it in the jailhouse purse.
So he was real nice about it because I was real nice to the cop, too.
You should be.
Of course.
I wasn't bad-mouthing or being an idiot.
All right.
That you did right. That's what you're supposed to do.
The Sean Ryan Show is what someone
Who?
texted in. The Sean Ryan Show.
Sean Ryan.
the boxer?
Yep. That's who it is.
Tommy smoked, but he didn't inhale. Someone said.
Right. And talk about the Guinness Book of World Records. Tom should see it if he can't get in there for lion, says John this morning from Lovington.
He would have a tough time beating out Carrie Jean-Pierre.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Tom was covering the buffet. I mean, the event at the casino.
Yeah.
Says a texter.
Back when they had the buffet.
Yes.
Was it good?
Oh, it was delicious buffet.
Is Tom going to the Lovington versus Artesia game on Saturday?
No.
In Artesia.
No, that's an hour away.
Yeah.
I'll be
I got to
going.
run Saturday, remember?
Not for the station, but
That's in the
personally.
morning time.
Go support my baby.
Well, it's going to take me a while to get around that little deal.
Dude, let me tell you my schedule for Friday.
It's
I'm
only
like,
a 5K. What do you mean?
how long does it take you to do a 5K?
It shouldn't take you more than an hour.
Yeah, normal people, if you walk and run, 20 minutes.
Sure.
I'll be walking.
30 maybe at the outside.
I ain't going to be running.
I'm going to
Okay, so
Dexter
45.
on Friday as soon as I get off the show.
Yeah.
On Friday to go have lunch with my grandson. And then Friday night, we're doing lumpia school to teach everybody how to make lumpia. And then Saturday, we got a bowl game for the kid. Go back and watch the LSU game. And then celebrate Thanksgiving Saturday night. And then Sunday, I don't know, but it's an hour. You can't drive an hour. Well, no, you probably shouldn't drive. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
no, and even walking, Tom, it's only going to take you about an hour.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's not.
If
that,
I can make it an hour.
It's
Well,
not that-
walking.
Do your heart a favor and commit to walk at least the 3K.
I may go in the hot tub afterwards.
Yeah,
Do it-
yeah.
do it-
Reward
wait,
yourself.
Yeah.
You ought to be doing that every day. You ought to be
For
doing
real.
that every day.
Seriously.
It is a dash and splash. So, yeah.
I did 10 laps yesterday carrying 15 pounds in each hand.
Did you get us all signed up, Monica?
I'm going today. I couldn't find the form online.
All right,
I'm
let's
gonna
get
need your info.
to the price of oil because we got to take a break. Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Cementing Solutions, a division of CUD Energy Services. Spinnaker is built to service the largest drilling programs. They've got you covered. Need somebody that knows what they're doing when it comes to cementing solutions. Find them today, SpinnakerOil.com or on North Magnum Industrial Road in Hobbs. Get in touch with them today, SpinnakerOil.com.
West Texas Intermediate, $68.80, $72.68 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas is $2.94. B.
All right, 712. Some of the stories we'll talk about next hour. 19-year-old man charged with assault on a family. We'll tell you a whole thing caught on Ring. Don Lemon is leaving. Is he leaving the country? What is he leaving? I'll fill you in on that. Also, film industry. Here's the story. Boost the economy. How much money? Oh, my goodness. And coyotes. You might be seeing more coyotes. Can we get back to the coyote hunts?
Right.
And Greg Popovich, very upset after the election, actually suffered a stroke. Not because of the election,
Right.
I hope.
Mild stroke.
We'll talk about that coming up in just a second. 713. We are B and the Breakfast Club. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. Find them right off of 128 on Buck Jackson Road. If you're driving on 128 between Jowl and Carlsbad, exit on Buck Jackson Road. Go down about 2.75 miles and fill her up. The station's open to the public. They large covered area. If it's raining or snowing, you get some protection from the elements. They sell unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF value. Fleet cards, credit cards, and debit cards are all accepted. Right off of 128 on Buck Jackson Road. Twin Wells Fuel Station reminding you be safe on the road. 714. We're coming right back. Tom, get busy. We got to qualify, folks.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
The Geo Group in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
In MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A disaster recovery center has opened by the state of New Mexico to help New Mexicans affected by the October 19th and 20th severe storm and flooding in the Roswell area. The DRC is open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays, and closed on Sundays at the Roswell Mall, 4501 North Main Street in Roswell. Residents and business owners in Chavez County can visit the center to apply for FEMA assistance, upload documents, learn about available resources, and get their questions answered in person. Recovery specialists from FEMA and the U.S. Small Business Administration, and possibly state, local, and nonprofit and other community organizations will be available to meet with visitors. The Palmer Drug Abuse Program in Hobbs has been named the recipient of a $4.5 million grant from the J.F. Maddox Foundation to build a new facility to support its drug abuse counseling and recovery efforts within the community. PDAP plans to construct the new facility on land donated by the First United Methodist Church of Hobbs near its current facility on Dalmont Street. And the new building will host a 12-step recovery meeting and personal counseling space for people battling addiction. Written in Red Foundation Masquerade Gala will take place starting at 6 p.m. on Thursday at the Artesia Country Club and will feature a guest speaker, four-time National Finals Rodeo World Champion Tuff Cooper. Tickets and tables are available. Written in Red is a 501c3 nonprofit foundation whose mission is to impact the lives of citizens in Southeast New Mexico through the funding efforts in education, healthcare access, spiritual guidance, and emergency crisis assistance. In 2023, Written in Red distributed more than $235,700 in funding to organizations in Artesia, Carlsbad, Dexter, Lake Arthur, Hagerman, and Cloudcroft, and families in crisis. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Are you searching for a place where your loved one will be loved and cared for like family? Beehive Homes Assisted Living and Memory Care offers long-term, respite care, and senior daycare options, 24-hour caregiver assistance, daily activities, medication management, home-cooked meals endorsed by dietitians, mobility, transfers, and ADL assistance. Each unit is comfortable with a private bed and a private 3/4 ADA-approved bathroom. Beehive Homes of Hobbs Assisted Living and Memory Care, the next best place to home. For more information, email Starla at beehivehomesnm.com or call 575-964-7160.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Holiday scratchers from the New Mexico Lottery are now on sale, and they feature a second chance promotion. 30 lucky entrants will each win $1,000 this holiday season. Get info and enter at nmlottery.com. You must be at least 18 to play. Please play and gift responsibly.
New Jaws Cash Attack Scratchers from the New Mexico Lottery feature prizes up to $50,000, plus enter the second chance promo for a chance to win up to $500,000. Please play and swim responsibly. Copyright Universal Studios LLC, all rights reserved.
The Western Heritage Museum and Lee County Cowboy Hall of Fame are lighting up the holidays. Fun starts November 16th with Indigenous Peoples Day Family Day from 10 to 1, and on November 18th, they open their amazing indoor ice skating rink to the public. Enjoy the Bonnie Moran North Pole Village starting December 2nd, and Holiday Family Days December 13th and 14th from 5 to 8, with Cowboy Kids Club members enjoying 2 special hours Saturday. Join the Western Heritage Museum and Lee County Cowboy Hall of Fame in all their holiday festivities at One Thunderbird Circle.
What could possibly live
out here is a question you've probably either asked yourself or heard from someone else. The answers are all waiting for you at the Living Desert Zoo and Garden State Park in Carlsbad. Located at the top of the Ocotillo Hills, the Living Desert will take you through a variety of habitats, from the sand hills to the arroyo, from the Pinon Juniper Zone, and through the canyonlands along the 1.3-mile self-guided tour. Features like the nocturnal exhibit, a walk through the park, including the aviary and reptile exhibit, will give you a glimpse into the hundreds of species of plants and animals adapted to the arid climate of the Chihuahuan Desert. In addition, the Succulents of the World greenhouse exhibits highly adapted plants from many parts of the world. Don't forget your souvenirs from the Visitors Center at the Living Desert Zoo and Garden State Park in Carlsbad. Open every day except Christmas Day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., with last entrance being at 3:30. Visit livingdesertnm.org or call 575-887-5516 for more information. Paid for by City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
Be in the Breakfast Club with $1 million guarantee. At some point this morning, Tom A. will fall asleep.
It's time to wake up, wake up.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to Be in the Breakfast Club.
Hello, my fellow Americans. It's your 45th and 47th president here. It's been a real tough November for the blue folks. And I'm not talking about that Grover guy from Sesame Street. I was inspired by one of the most well-known poets of all time, Axl Rose, to talk about it. Here we go. When I look into Joe's eyes, I can see him shed a tear. And it's okay to show a little emotion. You know, half the time I look in his eyes, I don't see anything. And Nancy's just so down that she can't stop chugging beer. Hey, she likes her beer, right? Hopefully it's non-alcoholic, so there's no problem. Voting was successful. If your name is Donald Trump, that's me, folks. Boy, was the election successful, I'll tell you what. Now it's hard for Dems to back down. It's a sad November pain. And believe me, I feel their pain. I really do. I commiserate with them very much. The View hates me such a long, long time they can't even say my name. I mean, how hard can that be? Just say it. Donald Trump. Joy Reid's always screaming. Kimmel's always crying. No one really knows who's breaking down today. Yelling, they say. Wanna go back in time, take away Kamala's wine. She could win this thing just laughing. Things would be just fine. So fine. But I pulled off the big upset. I can't lie, it was insane. I mean, look at the polling numbers. It wasn't even close, folks. Not even close. I wound up beating Harris. She feels sad November pain. You know, it's rough when you lose. And just to let her know I care, I FedExed her some Kleenex.
I love that.
877-396-W105.
Tom.
722.
I have to ask because I know the answer is no.
What?
Do you know what that song was based off of? Or even the band?
Axl Rose, right?
He was the singer, and you got that because he said it. Yeah, that's
He's
good.
part of that band.
What band?
What band is it? Come on. You got half of it already.
Those guys were Love on the Run.
No.
No?
Love on the Run? That was Paul McCartney, and it was Band on the Run.
Oh, Band on the Run.
But come on. You got half of the name of the band already.
Kiss.
No.
Guns and Damn Roses.
I was going to give him a clue. I was going to say Weapons and Flowers.
Can you, I know you can't name
Dude
the song.
ain't got no clue.
November Rain.
Yes. But he can't.
Love that song.
November Pain. All right, 723, be on the Breakfast Club morning show this morning, being brought to you by La Tienda in Carlsbad. Get in there right now. Thanksgiving savings in the meat department. Honeysuckle white turkey, 98 cents a pound, limit one, please. Boneless pork, Sirloin roast, $1.79 a pound. T-bone steak, $7.99 a pound. Jalapeno peppers, 99 cents a pound. Also, premium Hot House tomatoes, $1.49 a pound. Flavor Life milk, 52 ounces, 2 for $7. Vegetable oil, the Food Club vegetable oil, 40 ounces for $2.59. Don't forget, Friday is Fajita Friday at La Tienda. They only use the ribeye steaks for their fajitas and USDA prime ribeye steaks. Buy it by the pound or the burrito. Check them out in Carlsbad. La Tienda in Carlsbad. Check them out today. 724, Tom on the text.
All right, Patrick is tuning in. He says, hey, Tom, you can go to Artesia this weekend, but because every time you go to those ball games, they usually lose.
He wants you to support Artesia.
Yeah, good luck to both sides. May God keep all the athletes on both sides healthy. Go Wildcats, says Patrick this morning. It's going to be a great game.
I think it's going to be a great game as well. Good morning. The only place Tom is running to is the restroom and IHOP. You ain't doing it, so shut up, said one.
Burrito.
And
look, I'm going to be happy if Tom goes and walks. That was the whole thing on this.
Yes, I agree.
That's something you ought to be doing every day, buddy.
Walking.
Mm-hmm.
Walking.
I want to go for a walk.
Well, I got to do it now because softball season's over now. So
Every day you should be walking. There's a great walking track right there at the gym. Indoors, no excuses. The no excuse zone will be in full effect. Climate control.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
The no excuse zone.
Yeah.
No
And
excuse.
you got the senior rate, right?
Zone.
Got the senior rate.
$25.
You know, I used to walk with
But for
Vivian.
us, it would be $50 a
Former
person.
sheriff's deputy Vivian Martinez and I used to walk there at the wellness center back in the day.
And what happened?
Well, she was training me.
She got married and went away.
She was training me, and then
I don't need a trainer.
Well, she was going too fast. I said, Vivian, you got to slow down. I ain't that fast no more.
I just get up and go do it. You know, yesterday, I'm going to give props, and I didn't catch his name. I saw a guy at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, way bigger than you. Way, way bigger than you. Big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Struggling. But he was there.
He was trying.
He was trying. And I went and told him. I said, great job today. Don't stop. That's the key.
I've been there.
Don't stop. The problem is you stopped. You stopped.
COVID hit me.
Yeah, COVID. I'm going to tell you just like my daddy used to say it.
Here we go.
Excuses are like butts. We all have one.
Well, I plateaued. And then COVID came in, and then I couldn't.
I will say it again. Excuses are like asses.
They closed all
We
the gyms.
all have one.
Thanks
do you
a
need
lot,
me to
Governor.
Say it? Do you need me
And
to
they all
say it
stink.
Do you need me to say
Right?
it in Spanish for
Right?
you?
Yeah.
Do you need me
Everyone.
to say it in Spanish for you?
Rick Norris says, where are you guys finding those musical parodies?
I got a service that does those.
We got the scoop.
I don't know if you would care, but Alex Jones said that his show is being shut down by the courts. Someone took it over.
Wasn't that part of the settlement?
Yeah, Alex Jones got some difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's and the whole thing, I think he was wrongfully.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to him, he didn't shoot anybody.
No, he just said that he thought it was a
Conspiracy. That it was a conspiracy.
So, in other words, he got convicted on having an opinion.
That's awful.
Yeah.
And someone said that's why you need dash cams in your vehicle, because cops will lie about what you did just to run your ID. It's illegal for them to run your plates unless you've done something wrong.
They can run your place for
Well-
any reason.
No, they can run your plates all the time.
I agree.
Yeah.
And Tom? Oh, go ahead, Tom. I apologize.
I'm sure that has that gone to the Supreme Court? I'm sure that's something that would. I mean, that's kind of new.
Parking
Attendance.
Whatever they are in big cities, they drive down streets where cars are parked in the street, and they scan every plate on that street.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in Las Vegas visiting my daughter earlier this
And
summer,
she was paying for everything.
Well, we parked at a deal there and went to a restaurant, and this guy on a bicycle, I guess he was a bicycle cop,
Traffic enforcer.
Yeah, and she had just bought her car, and she was afraid they were going to tow it off. And she said, well, tell her you're in the Air Force.
So that's the answer to everything.
Yeah, I said, baby, tell her you're in the Air Force. And you just got your car. She did. And he went away.
All right, I'm going to do a 3 for 1. Jody said, how long has COVID been over, Tom? You're going to keep using that excuse? Nick chimed in and said, COVID hit you, Tom? Burger King hit you, bro. Dead on. Uncle Mike said, COVID hit Tom with the 20-pound burrito.
Right upside the face. Slap
And
it.
someone also said, Tom, if you work out just for a little bit, you're still doing more than the person sitting at home.
Yeah, I mean, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. If you do 30 minutes, I'm there and Wee's calling me, when you're coming home. Because I'll do 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I'm gonna do it until I finish.
Look, I'm going to be a trooper, and I'm going to take one for the team on Saturday.
You're not taking one for the team.
No,
How
stop
about
thinking
taking
about
one for
it that
yourself?
way. Yeah,
So-
why don't you take one for your heart?
Mark's perfect.
Yeah, just like I told you this morning, our buddy Mike Abestad passed away.
Yes, he did.
I didn't know he passed away.
Been
But he
3
had the
years
same
already.
he had the same conditions you have. Diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Do you need somebody to write just like paint a painting for you? The numbers are there. Will Rooney. I mean, do you need somebody to do a coloring book so you can connect the damn dots?
Well, you ain't in the best of health either. Hello.
Tom.
Broken neck, broken spine.
Tom,
What else?
everybody.
Did I do that to myself?
Esophagus.
Esophagus.
I thought he was going to say snuffleupagus for a minute.
Did I do that to myself?
It's called getting old, brother.
No, it's not.
Tom, I'm going to say this.
Your diabetes has nothing to do with your old age. It has something to do with what you put into your body.
Every single person has different health things. Everyone,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't matter. Anyone in this room, we all have different health things. But you can't base what you do off of something that someone else does. You have to do whatever. Every one of us has to do whatever for
together.
ourselves.
You're a risk taker too, man. Climbing up on ladders with nobody to help you. Riding a
How is that a
motorcycle.
risk? What?
I'm a man.
So now you're going
I'm
to get
a
on me
man.
because I used to bungee jump and skydive. and
I am a man. If something needs to be done,
I do it.
I'm going to do it. If something
mine
needs to
now.
be fixed,
I fix
I'm
it.
going to fix it. I'm a man.
Climbing a step ladder is not a
I
safety
am not
risk.
going to call
What's in this case?
I'm not going to call anybody else to do it. I'm a man. I'm going to do it.
I wouldn't do it. Heck no.
I know you wouldn't do it. That's why you're not me.
Right. And
But
you're
let's
not
get
me.
back to the subject. Do I need to put a coloring book to connect the dots?
That's a long, pregnant pause.
Yeah,
right
it was
there.
very long. It was very long. According to a brand new study, the number of damaged packages arriving at doorsteps have soared over the last year. Damn it! Have you guys got anything from Amazon or anywhere?
Yeah.
Damaged. It looks
They're
like a
usually beat up.
UFC. Yeah, it looks like a UFC fighter need the damn thing or something. They say 85 million damaged parcels in the last 12 months.
believe that.
85 million parcels that are damaged. The good news is they weren't stolen.
Right. I was going to say, but damage, like the box is damaged, but
Yeah.
is that the inside stuff too?
Sometimes.
And 85 million, that sounds like a huge
Yeah.
number, but how many get shipped every single day?
Oh, from Amazon, I would think that would be. Joe Biden met with Donald Trump yesterday. First thing he said is, how does it feel to be president? Joe, you're president right now. And study found that people who drink beer tend to have significant poorer diets compared to people that drink wine. You had to go there. You had to go there. Michael Strahan will not be fired and will not face any punishments from Fox Sports. They said that he was seen with his fingers interlocked in his waistband, and most of the colleagues had their hand over heart. He did come out and speak about that. He said, I got caught up in the moment. He said, being a military brat himself, he just got caught up in the moment.
That's great.
And he said it was not anything, disrespectful.
Right.
It wasn't meant to be disrespectful.
Him touching on it and him talking about it says everything.
Clears it up.
I think intentions are so important.
Sure.
And
well, again, if he's embarrassed by his hands and the arthritis or whatever, you can see where if he's getting emotional about the moment, he knows that he keeps his hands down, that's where they would be.
Yep. RFK Jr. suggesting 600 people from the National Institute of Health will be fired on day one.
Okay.
Gone.
How many people is Tulsi Gabbard going to do? Remember, she was put on the watch list.
She was put on the watch list. That is the biggest blank to the swamp. It really is. And police say Gossip Girl actress Chanel Banks was found safe in Texas, and her family said it was in a GoFundMe account that she had gone missing, but they did find her. She was in Texas. I have no idea who that is. And 19-year-old charged with assaulting a family. Ring video captured the whole thing. 19-year-old from El Paso assaulted a woman. Part of the incident caught on a Ring doorbell camera from the neighbors. He has been arrested. Don Lemon leaving X.
Whatever. It's a liberal protest thing trying to hurt.
Yeah, I also saw multiple other celebrities that are leaving X. By the way, you will not be missed.
Right. So what it is they're leaving X and concentrating more on Threads, which of course is a meta thing.
Yeah, that's part. Isn't that part of Instagram?
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Threads.
Yeah. Greg Popovich suffered a stroke in San Antonio. The coach immediately getting lots of well wishes from fans. He was very, very upset about the election. He is a Donald Trump hater. He's 75 years old. How long do you work if you're 75?
To retire.
I mean, look, he hasn't been really successful
the last 10 years
in a long time.
Why don't you ask Tom? Because
how long do you continue to work?
Till you don't have fun anymore.
Oh, you took that out of my book, Tom. You took that out of my book.
You know, I'm going to chime in and say, you work until you just can't anymore. I mean, because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So I think if you continue to stay active.
I've used that before.
Yeah.
That line.
I don't think you work until you can't. I think you work until you don't want to.
To me, when it's not fun anymore, I won't do it.
Yeah, I won't do it either.
And
but you're not going to stop doing stuff. You may find something else to do.
Financially, I don't need to do it. I want to do it. There is a difference. And that's kind of what I told Will. When it's not fun anymore, I won't do it.
Right.
Mark, how are you doing? Mark with diet advice for Tom this morning, I'm sure.
Oh, you cracked me up. Tom,
hey, Mark. Good morning, buddy.
How many people that has to support you into getting healthier? How many?
I am healthy, buddy.
You almost had to hit the button.
Yeah, I'm almost cussed. I came out real.
So his finger went real fast to the button because he thought he was going to have to.
Yeah. You know, you and Kevin, we've known each other, us guys, for 20 years now.
Yeah.
And you know I was a big guy when I had my stroke.
I remember you.
Now I'm down to 190 pounds. I'm off of metformin. I'm off of insulin.
Now, Mark, how does that happen? You just start taking care of yourself.
You start taking care of yourself. There, Kevin, for about, twice, about 2 weeks each time, I lost all appetite. I'd take 1 or 2 bites out of food, and I was full.
Me too.
Yeah, your body just, after a while, when you take stuff away, I mean, like sugar right now, I haven't had sugar for 7 days or so. I want sugar. Sugar is the most addictive thing that we have in the world. Sugar.
You gotta ignore it.
Yep, you just got to say no to it. Yep.
And you know, the diabetes place that I go to, VDEX, they're like, man, we wish more people would take this in. Like I've done and lost the weight.
Yep.
Get
off the medication. Get off the medication, and
I still eat a lot of things, certain things. In fact, this morning I had a jalapeno cheddar biscuit with sausage, egg, and cheese. But that's all I'll eat until supper time.
Yep. But you got number one thing, you got to take care of yourself, and sometimes God gives us a wake up call. And so,
and he gave me a hell of a wake up.
oh yeah, yeah. That that's why I go to the gym every day. I said stroke number 1 will be my last stroke, hopefully. Thank you, Mark. 7:39. The weather is getting nippier, Tom. That means that coyotes are coming out. Maybe the governor will okay a coyote hunt.
Yeah.
Julio, can we get another coyote hunt going on? So they're saying if you see a coyote, what do you do if you see a coyote, Tom?
I hit it.
Well, you hit everything. They're saying don't go near the coyote.
Well, you can't shoot them no more.
That's cruelty to animals, Tom. You hitting it with your car.
Yeah, well, you got no.
So they're warning people don't leave stuff out in the yard.
Or your small pets, or things like that. That's always been known.
Yeah.
People with cats don't leave them outside because they will become coyote.
Coyote.
I mean, but if they're feral,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
for coyotes.
if it's an outside cat, it's got a better shot, like, a feral cat, because they have the street smarts.
Yeah, they have the
But if
skills.
it's halfway in, halfway out,
then it's probably going to be coyote food at some
Yeah.
point. Like small dogs. Don't leave small dogs in your yard.
New Mexico film industry had a direct spend of $70 million in fiscal year 2024. A good chunk of that money comes from passive source income in the film locations. The way the story is written, I'm like...
So they went and bought something at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I'm like, it makes absolute... Just tell me this much. What was the net income of the film industry?
It was a loss.
Take all the money the state gives, and I bet you think it's still a loss because it's been a loss for 15 years.
Yep.
Joe
when
Rogan,
they have to stretch to include all the passive income streams to get a story.
Right.
Because it's none of the high dollar salaries, none of the big time actors, the big time directors, producers, all those things. They're not New Mexican. They're coming in here from somewhere else.
Right.
It's all the local talent, the extras and
Right.
the catering services and all that kind of stuff.
and I'm sure those make the caterers and that type of stuff.
And of course, they appreciate it.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
that
most
is where
definitely.
their money is made.
Joe Rogan saying Kamala's campaign had a condition. If she would have done the interview, no talking about legalization of marijuana. I don't get that because that would have been a win for her crowd. Young voters.
I think it's because she put young black men in jail for marijuana in
Oh,
California.
yes. Bears, the Chicago Bears, the veterans say that they want Caleb Williams benched. The offense coordinator was fired.
He was.
And they want Caleb benched.
He's got 3
he is
awful
a
games.
prima donna. You know the difference between him and Jaden Daniels? Jaden Daniels is a team player. This guy is he's a diva. He's a
he
diva.
wore women's fingernail polish when he was
What
in
does
college.
that have to do with it?
He's a wimp.
Why are you picking on him for that? You wore women's underwear.
Once.
I'm not thinking it's once.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, pot kettle.
And it was a thong. It wasn't an underwear.
It wasn't a thong?
It was a honeymoon thing.
I'm just saying.
So, Monica, if you and Patrick get married, honeymoon, you're going to allow Patrick to put on your women's underwear?
Absolutely not.
So that wouldn't affect you in any way?
Wouldn't turn you on?
That wouldn't turn you on?
Absolutely not.
She's different.
No. Most women are like, no.
Ladies.
We wanted to marry a guy, a
Correct.
man.
We have a lot of women in our audience, right? Women who are women. Would your guy wearing your underwear turn you on?
Does that sound
Text us
like
and
that?
let us
Kind of
know.
sounds like you're starting to sound like the Golden Boy.
But text
De La
us and let
Hoya.
us know so
Yeah.
we
It
can
was
get a
a
definitive
joke.
answer on this.
I wonder what they're going to do with this. But 150 pronghorn. Tom, what is a pronghorn?
It's a lamb.
It's a lamb.
No,
It's in the lamb family.
it is not.
Anyway, 150 pronghorns killed in Colorado seeking refuge from deep, really deep snow.
Ooh.
Hopefully they took them and fed some people, at least. And birth control. Donald Trump has said it time and time again. I'm not getting involved in the birth control.
Right.
I mean, in abortion. Not getting involved in women's, sexuality type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to get involved in abortions. Not going to get involved in birth control. Not get involved in abortion pills. But here we see, since Donald Trump has been elected, many people stocking up, hoarding birth control and abortion pills. And I'm just going to say this. How bad is your life that you're planning to abort a baby? I mean, how about taking care of yourself and protecting yourself than buying the abortion drug?
Instead of buying the abortion drug, why don't you just join the other like-minded people like you and abstain?
Absolutely.
Because they've said they're not having sex with men for 4 years. Just do that.
This little girl, Rachel Zegler, she's a Disney star. In fact, she'll be part of the live-action Snow White remake, has a message for 75.6 million Americans who voted for Donald Trump.
Okay.
May you never have peace.
Girl.
Oh,
Bye.
Never have peace. Wow. That's sad. That
We
is
don't
so
receive
sad.
that.
That's so sad.
No.
All right, I'm going to take out the trash. Coming up next, our number 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing and insurance specialist, licensed and bonded, insured. They've got 30 years experience in the roofing business. They also have 30 years experience when getting that A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They're ready to take care of you. Call and get a free estimate today from Dwayne Pennick. He's a local veteran. 575-318-9725. Reminding you, those out-of-town unlicensed contractors, be aware that when they're gone, that warranty is not even worth the paper it's written on. Call Dwayne Pennick today.
I didn't open my window. I'm sorry.
Good morning. I wanted to ask about this, actually. Trump says he wants to stay out of the abortion debate, but I suspect within the next year a national ban will be proposed and he will back it 100%.
According to who?
If and when that happens, will you be against it? I suspect you will be all for a national ban.
No. Me personally, I think it's a state right. Donald Trump has said it's a state right.
He's left it up to the states.
And so why would you think different? And let me just say
that comes from holier than thou.
Most of the things Donald Trump has said he's going to do, he's done.
So if someone says they will or won't do something holier than thou, why do you automatically assume they're not telling you the truth?
Yeah, I don't get it.
So when you say you're going to do something or not going to do something, should we assume that you are lying?
Tom, your window open?
Yes, and my man that says this one texter is a manly man. Beer belly and all. That would be disgusting to see, says the
In her
texter.
underwear.
So let me get this straight. So you're part of the show, right?
Uh-huh.
So you know I'm coming to you with the text.
No, I don't ever know. Until you point to me.
Another one says, wear my underwear, annulment.
Yeah, I like that one.
I ain't gonna
The
wear
dude
none.
from Levington said, we need some more coyotes around Levington to thin out the stray dogs and cats. The circle of life, baby. I'm going to agree 1,000,000% with you, dude from Levington. There's
we'll
just something
drop-
about those cats,
We'll
y'all.
drop some of them off at Tom's his camper.
Look, they'll go under the bus, man. That's the.
Oh, the coyotes can't go under the bus?
No, they're dogs.
No, Tom, you don't know any. Coyotes are way smart. More smart than your average dog.
They're more smarter than you, Tom.
Probably.
More smarter.
But they
will go through whatever they can to get to what they want.
You're going to come home and find a coyote sitting on your damn couch.
We're
The
going
coyotes aren't as big as you think either.
We're going back a few minutes. Can the cops tell if you have insurance by scanning your plates if you get pulled over?
No.
And that is yes.
Yes, they can.
They can,
Yeah,
yes.
in most states.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's your insurance company reports whether you have insurance or not.
And we lead the nation in uninsured motorists. You know why we pay so much in insurance?
Illegal foreigners driving.
Because there's so many people that don't have insurance.
Illegal foreigners.
I have that on mine.
Look how many foreign cars you see around here, foreign plated cars. How many of those have insurance? They're supposed to, but do they?
Trucks.
I'm just saying.
I had a buddy of mine that was driving, and a truck from another country, piece of pipe or something fell off and hit right in his engine, and done. Engine gone.
Yep.
Insurance? No. Not even an American driver's license, Tom. And you know his recourse? None. And his insurance did not cover his car.
Uh-oh.
He's in trouble.
Well, my next door neighbor, now, he bought my old Honda. So I noticed yesterday that he hadn't changed his plates yet. Now, is that supposed to be, I'm supposed to get his plates, or he's supposed to get new plates?
So, in a perfect situation, you should have removed your plates when you sold it to him. And he has to then get it registered under their name, insurance, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you're supposed to keep the plates.
Correct.
Oh.
Tom, work out for 5 minutes, take a bite of your burrito, do 10 minutes, then another bite. Tom, a body in motion.
Yeah, that'll work.
A body in motion tends to stay in motion. A body on a couch tends to gain weight and lose muscle. And this person says, every day you guys talk about Tom's health, these conversations get really old really fast. He's not changing it, so leave it alone, please.
Leave me alone.
Tom is part of the show, so his life is part of the show. And so I think that us encouraging him is part of our show.
Let's kick him right in the butt.
I mean, honestly, as much as we give Tom crap, we also give him love.
Right in the
Yeah,
booty.
you got to remember, all of this is born out of love for each other.
Absolutely.
If you think that we here in this studio don't like each other, that is the furthest thing from
right
true
in
love.
We love when we talk crap about each other, but we love.
It's kind of like a family. You know, it's the family like brothers.
It's a
you know,
functional family.
We're gonna kick him
no
right
one
in the
else
booty.
except me can talk crap about my brother.
So, in case you guys didn't, if you've missed it, Kevin's obviously the pop. He's the dad.
But you got to remember, Kevin and Tom have
Been
known
together
each other for
Correct. They're
25
brothers.
years.
Right.
That's why Tom's the crazy uncle.
They're basically brothers.
El tío que nunca sabe lo que está haciendo. He's the guy who never knows what's going on.
Tom is the guy that comes to Thanksgiving and eats the damn food but doesn't bring anything.
Yeah, Blake's the smart
Brought
guy.
myself.
He brings all
Maybe.
the intellectual stuff.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Tom
And I'm
will
just
be
that
like,
little sister. It's just hanging out. Wants to be cool
Tom-
with all her big
Tom
brothers.
will be like,
There you go.
I didn't bring anything because I didn't think you need anything.
Now,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one year I brought dressing. Remember I told you?
I thought everybody was going to support me.
Yeah. Again. All right, let me do Taking Out Trash. Taking Out Trash being brought to you by Trash Eaters. They do residential trash pickup, 96-gallon poly carts available. They also can take care of your commercial business. 2 and 4 yard metal dumpsters and the big roll-off containers. If you're on location right now, need a roll-off container, 575-408-1719. Call Kayleen today or go to trash-eaters.com. Local veteran would love to take care of all your trash hauling. Daniel Penny trial continues. Daniel Penny, of course, is the Marine veteran that held down Jordan Neely after Jordan Neely was threatening people on the subway. Subway rider seen on the video helping the Marine veteran Daniel Neely hold Daniel Penny holding down Jordan Neely after an outburst where he was threatening fellow passengers on that Manhattan train. One of the witnesses actually changed his testimony
Same
yesterday.
story, right.
So Eric Gonzalez, 39 years old, father of 2, gave a testimony during the Penny trial on Tuesday after prosecutors agreed not to charge him with in exchange for testimony and the manslaughter trial, telling the court that he said aloud that the former serviceman was not squeezing tight enough during the altercation. So he reversed course. And He also said that more people should have helped. Should have helped Daniel Penny in this. And they called the cops bad time. This guy, here we go again. Here we go again with somebody that's high on drugs. He's got some mental conditions that are abusing people on the train. And by the way, this is not his first time he's done that. He's been arrested multiple times for doing the same thing. So you have a hero, a man that comes to the rescue of a woman. This guy was he was a predator towards this woman.
Yep.
So you have a man that stands up and says, not today, buddy, not today, and holds him down. And because he was holding him down, the guy ended up dying, and it was a seizure, right? Guy had a seizure.
Yes.
Drug addiction. Here we go again with another damn Rodney Floyd. Or is that George Floyd? George Floyd.
Rodney King,
George Floyd. I'll mix them together. George Floyd, drug addict. Nobody killed him. He killed himself.
Yep.
High levels of fentanyl. No proof in the autopsy that he died from choking. He overdosed. He brought that upon himself. But even today, we have police officers that are still in prison because of this. You know why? Nothing more than color of skin. That's what this is about, too.
Yep.
Nothing more than color of skin. Easy target. A Marine.
I would have thrown the guy off the train, man. Let him let the train
While
run
it's
over
moving?
him. Yeah.
Daniel Penny.
You would have killed him on purpose.
Hopefully, this has been hell on him. This has been 3 years. Hopefully, his day in court comes out and shines just a bright light on Letitia James and all of those clowns in New York. 7:56, things that happened on this date in history. We'll get to that next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners. All American Cleaners. Wash, dry, and fold your clothes. 17 pounds, $16.99. They can dry clean your clothes, starch them up. They are located near you. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, and in Hobbs. Starching. They can dry clean your clothes and wash, dry, and fold your clothes online at allamericancleaners.net.
All right. Pine is saying, really, you want Tom to bring food with cat hair in it? Says the one texter.
Rat hair?
Cat hair.
Oh.
Monica is the annoying little sister that doesn't do anything. Well, I'm sorry.
And Tom,
He's
why don't
so
you drink some cinnamon rum? It's the best for diabetes,
Hey, that doesn't sound bad.
says the text.
I think that's hitting on the fact that cinnamon they've been doing studies on that it's supposed to help diabetes.
Really?
So what you should do,
put it on
tomorrow
a cinnamon
I will
roll.
bring some cinnamon, and we will give you 1 tablespoon of cinnamon.
Can you put that in the butter with a tortilla?
No, butter. Just 1 tablespoon of cinnamon.
Oh.
We might need to screenshot this and share it to our Facebook page. Racist Liberal is chiming in. Good morning, you guys. Well,
Trump won.
Congratulations on the win.
And
Save
Tom
it
A.
for posterity.
We appreciate that, Racist Liberal.
And this text says, Tom A. is Uncle Buck, says the text.
You ever seen that movie,
John
Tom?
Candy? Yeah. Remember
That's
that?
a funny movie.
Did you guys see that the richest man in Australia is moving to America?
No.
Why?
I'm
This guy-
leaving the Outback.
This guy is a billionaire businessman, announced his plans to relocate to the United States following the victory of Donald Trump.
Welcome.
This guy is worth $12.3 billion and will bring all kind of jobs
Yep.
along with
Well,
that.
the people in Australia have always liked the people of America. We've always got along really well.
Australia is another one of those countries where businesses taxed highly.
Yep.
Biden imposing a methane emission tax as he prepares to leave office. It's not really it's an executive order. Trump will overturn that as far as taxing methane emissions. Oil and gas sector, you can count on Donald Trump. It's going to be about it will start at $900 per metric ton.
Wasn't that part of his inflation reduction thing too?
Yeah, we'll
Wasn't
see.
that-
Yeah. And preliminary investigation released that Las Cruces Air Show, that, of course, that happened a couple months ago. There was an accident, and the preliminary investigation says that one plane hit the nose of another plane, and that's what caused it to tumble down and crash. All right, 7:59. Let's do the things that happened on this date in history, being brought to you by our friends at 2A Tactical Firearm Indoor Firing Range. You've been thinking about getting a suppressor. Right now, they're getting approval for your suppressor very, very fast. And they remind you can still shoot at the range with your suppressor while waiting for approval from the federal government. So they've got the indoor firing range. Climate control, don't worry about rain, don't worry about snow, don't worry about any hot weather days or extreme temperatures. They've got you covered inside climate control with the Milo FBI training simulator. Over 1,000 different scenarios. Pay by the month or pay by the hour. You want to pay by the month, you get unlimited time on the range. They have lots of ammo, large selection of optics and gun accessories. And when it comes to firearms, they have the largest selection of guns around, and financing is available. 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. Online, check them out online, 2atacticalrange.com. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
In 1650, William of Orange was born. And on this day in 1832, Charles Carroll, the last surviving signer of the Declaration of Independence, died at the age of 95. So the Declaration of Independence signer lived to 1832.
Oh, wow.
And also on this date in 1832, the very first horse-drawn trolley cars appeared in New York City. People were amazed. Who knew horses could draw? On this date in 1851, Herman Melville's novel, Tom, what was it? Herman Melville.
Millsville Town.
Moby Dick was first published. And on this date in 1896, the power plant at Niagara Falls was turned on. Pretty handy for all those honeymoon couples suffering from a power outage. And in 1900, Watertown, New York was paralyzed by 45 inches of snow in 24 hours. On this date in 1910, the first airplane flight from the deck of a ship was made. Well, I should say the first successful flight from the deck of a ship. There were others before, but they were very short. And in 1968, Yale went co-ed. Up until that time, women weren't allowed in the school, only in the dorms. And in 1993, yeah, that's a joke. In 1993, Puerto Rico voted against becoming the 51st U.S. state, Kevin. In a choice between Commonwealth, statehood, and independence, Puerto Rico voted 46.6 statehood, 48.9 to remain a Commonwealth.
It's because they have the cow.
Yeah.
They don't need to pay for it, Tom.
Only in 1993, Tom. Was
Kick them out. That's the second time they've done that.
Today is National Seatbelt Day, National American Teddy Bear Day, National Family PJ Day. I guess that's because they wear it to take their Christmas pictures. World Diabetes Day, National Spicy Guacamole Day, and National Pickle Day. There are 14 days till Thanksgiving.
I know.
Where are you going?
Probably a buffet place.
Okay. Birthdays today. Travis Barker is 49. Tom?
The Price is Right.
Travis Barker is 49.
Travis Barker was married to...
No, he's Blink 182
Bob
drummer.
Barker.
Yeah.
Oh.
He almost died in a plane crash 12 years ago.
Never heard of him.
Oh, okay.
Chip Gaines is 50 today.
Chip Gaines.
That sounds familiar.
He's flipping houses.
Yes.
That's right. Yep, that's right. HGTV guy married to Joanna.
Yeah.
Actor Josh Duhamel turns 52 today.
Never heard of him.
The two things I know about him, he was once married to the singer Fergie, and I'm never sure how to pronounce his last name. So he was the Colonel William Lennox in Transformers. He played Sergeant Pearson in the video game Call of Duty World War II. and he is in Netflix's Jupiter Legacy.
Huh.
Kurt Schilling is 58 today. Tom, I know you know this.
Kurt Schilling pitched for the Boston Red Sox to their World Championship, but he was known for his bloody sock in the 2004 Divisional Championship Series against the Yankees.
Ding, ding, Tom. Way to go. Knew you'd know that one. Joseph Simmons turns the big 6-0 today. Anyone want to guess?
Simmons?
What he's better known as?
Joseph Simmons.
He is Rev Run
Oh,
from Run DMC.
Oh, is he?
nice.
Patrick Warburton also turned 60 today.
Abraham.
He was on Seinfeld. He was the Tick in the live action series. He played Lemony Snicket on the series of Unfortunate Events. Does some funny stuff. He has the really deep voice. Yanni turns 70 today. Musician. Former U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice also turned 70 today.
Really?
James D. Young is 75. Tom, what band was he in? He was a guitarist. What band?
Beatles.
Styx.
Oh.
Name a Styx song. Come on, Tom. This one's easy.
I Love You, Baby.
Kevin for the save.
I wasn't even the
Styx.
Styx, Babe, Mr. Roboto, the worst song of all time.
Come Sail Away.
Come Sail Away. Many, many.
I
Finally,
wouldn't have got it right.
last birthday, King Charles turns 76 today. Of course, at that age, everyone spends a lot more time on the throne. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday to you from all of us at WNBF.
And happy early birthday to our very own Blake Ovar.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wasn't yesterday National Signing Day for college football and basketball?
Is it yesterday
No
or today?
saying. Huh?
I think
don't
it
remember.
is.
Remember, they used to be back in February, but
Yeah, well, they did. They split.
Wait,
it.
was it yesterday? Was Wednesday? Was it?
It's either
I think it
yesterday or
was-
today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. I don't know.
How come you didn't promote your birthday like I did every day?
Because he doesn't need to
Bingo.
do it. That's why.
This is
All
show
right,
business.
couple cuts before we take a break. Chuck Schumer says now he's ready to work with Republicans. Bipartisanship. Yeah, from the guy that was, he was nothing but a partisan pig.
Now let me turn to my
It was
colleagues
Wednesday.
on the other side of the aisle. Another closely contested election now comes to an end. To my Republican colleagues, I offer a word of caution in good faith. Take care not to misread the will of the people, and do not abandon the need for bipartisanship.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you.
I would have said that to the Democrats last time because
Thank you,
that's
Chuck.
what they did.
Thank you, Chuck. Yeah. Scott Jennings said everybody should be held accountable. Scott, of course, is the Scott. He's on CNN.
Right.
I don't know if he'll be laid off, but he is
He
a
will.
conservative. He's probably going to be laid off. Speaking to Van Jones yesterday, he said Biden's mental capacity, that people should be held accountable.
Democrats who say, oh, in private meetings, I've seen Joe Biden do cartwheels and handstands while doing trigonometry while solving all the nation's problems. We now know that every single person who said that has been lying to the American people.
One day
Donald Trump couldn't hold a glass of water and we had like every medical person coming out of the woodwork. Should we have the 25th Amendment? Joe Biden could barely walk up the stairs.
argue no proof that tech companies colluded to do this. This is nonsense.
Oh, yes, they did. Yes, they did. And the former gangster who's running for state senator in Chicago talks about the migrants and the $1 billion that the city has taken from their budget. $1 billion to take care of illegal foreigners.
Lawrence, thanks for having me. Look, if he really cared about black families, the day the mayor thought about giving resources to non-citizens, illegals, before he gave it to black communities that have been suffering for decades, then he would be more true to his word about black families. That's just an scapegoat, using black people and black families as an scapegoat or a tool for his dirty practices and immigration. Furthermore, Lawrence, the Americans have spoken. The American people have spoken. Black people have spoken. All across Chicago and all across America has spoken and given President Donald Trump a mandate to remove illegals out of our communities because we didn't ask for them. This is a sanctuary city, and we're asking that even be removed because.
Now, how the hell can we have sanctuary cities nowadays?
We shouldn't.
No, I agree. So when we come back, Los Angeles police chief says he's going to stand to protect his people. Yeah,
his people?
Yeah, his people. That's
if
what he
they're
said.
here illegally, they're not his people.
His people.
Oh.
His people. He's protecting his people. All right, on the way, Kamala Harris for governor of California. We'll dive into that. Is that true?
I told you.
Single mother given a car yesterday. Great story. Chris Cuomo says he's backing his brother. He's going to be running for president of the United States in 2028.
What?
Yeah, we'll tell you who that is. And Democratic stronghold states went against the Democrats. You know why? Gas stoves. And the U.S. overdose rate, has it gone up or down? I will tell you the rest of that. KWMW, Maljamora 105.1 FM, 801. Our national anthem and a pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long. She's your Farmers Insurance agent. Find her today, 575-393-2661. She's been in business now close to 40 years. 40 years of taking care of people. Get in touch with Rebecca Long today. She can take care of all of your insurance. Home, auto, life, commercial insurance, and recreational vehicles. 575-393-2661. Call Rebecca Long today. It's 810.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so streaming, and the rockets rock the bombs bursting in gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
brave. 8:12, 12 minutes after 8. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From 2 Corinthians this morning, and no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light.
This is Ashley with Judah Oil, and I ask that you join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who've trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever.
13 after 8, we're going to give you a chance to qualify for cash. That on the way in just a second. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. 575-622-1751. Online at MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Take their virtual tour of every unit on the lot right now. MadeTrailerSalesInc.com. 70 years of experience treating people the right way, giving them service after the sale. If you're living in a hotel, getting paid that per diem, working in the patch, you ought to get yourself a fifth wheel and let that per diem pay for the fifth wheel. Info, MadeTrailerSalesInc.com. Don't go camping without Made Trailer Sales. Sunny today, 70 for the high. Clear tonight, 42. 75 coming up for your Friday. Maybe a chance of rain Sunday. Saturday actually looks pretty awesome. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Lots of things to get to. We'll give you a chance to qualify for cash. Coming up next, news this morning being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale and the Ragsdale Law Firm. 575-208-5300. Find him on the web, ragsdalelawfirm.com, selling huge cases in the patch. One case for over $10 million, medical malpractice case for more than $9 million. Selling car accidents, slip and falls. Need somebody to defend you in the court of law? Luke Ragsdale, ragsdalelawfirm.com. We're coming right back. Lots of things to get to. We're being the Breakfast Club, W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
The Geo Group in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa.
We are going to have the majority. We're celebrating that.
House Speaker Mike Johnson enjoying the red wave. That gives Republicans the majority again in the lower chamber. 218 to 208 for Republicans over Democrats, with 9 congressional races left to be decided. Matt Gaetz nominated for U.S. Attorney General under President-elect Trump. But the road to his confirmation in the Senate could be very, very rocky.
Gaetz rose to power back in 2016, representing Florida's Western Panhandle. He has been a staunch supporter of Trump, but he's had some controversy of his own. The House Ethics Committee was investigating allegations Gaetz was part of a scheme tied to a sex trafficking of a minor. Now, Gaetz has long denied these allegations, and last year the Justice Department ended its probe of the matter.
Fox's Mark Meredith, Olympic champ Lindsey Vonn says she's coming out of retirement to rejoin the U.S. ski team at the age of 40. America's listening to Fox News.
Get ready for the Boys and Girls Club's 6th annual Fall Fishing Derby, November 23rd and 24th. First up, let's talk about those tagged trout. We've stocked the waters with trout, and guess what? One of those tagged fish is worth a whopping $1,000. The biggest catfish won't be left out. Whether you're a seasoned angler or a first-timer, bring your A game. The biggest bass also scores you another great prize. For a $20 donation, you can support our local Boys and Girls Club. Plus, we've got something for everyone. All ages welcome, and kids under 12 fish for free. Sign-ups kick off at 1 p.m. on the 22nd at the picturesque Lower Tansel Dam. It's a 2-day event of fishing, fun, and friendly competition. And trust us, there are many more tagged fishes and prizes waiting to be hooked. Our heartfelt thanks to our core sponsors, Silver Bullet Transportation. This ad is brought to you by the Carlsbad Lodgers Tax, supporting local events and tourism.
As a single mom, it means a lot to me to have a strong banking relationship. With the cost of living as it is, I have to make the most of every dollar I make.
Every member has different wants and needs. That's the basis of relationship-based personal service. A strong credit union is built on strong relationships. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Old Jack's, Lovington's hometown drive-in, offering everything you need to heat up and cool down. From your favorite poncho burger to the best banana split around, they're even serving up some new desserts. This week's specials are the Ham and Cheese Club, the Dillio Red Bull, and the Deer Root Beer Drink. You can find their daily and weekly food and drink specials posted on Facebook. Come see them at 321 West Avenue D in Lovington or call ahead at 575-396-5328.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
Big news, southeastern New Mexico. Southwest Bearing is back, better than ever, and under new ownership. Your trusted source for heavy equipment needs, Southwest Bearings offers custom hydraulic hoses, air hoses, diamond roller chain, bearings, belts, seals, sprockets, tools, fluids, fittings, and more. Their expert team delivers top quality products and exceptional service to keep your machinery running smoothly. Visit at 809 East McGaffey in Roswell or call 575-623-2300. Southwest Bearing, custom solutions, local service.
Huge fall savings on Can-Am. Happening now at Garner's Motorsports in Hobbs. The 2023 models need to move, so select models have up to $3,000 in rebates or special financing with approved credit available. They also have great deals on 2024 Can-Am models. No matter what Can-Am you're looking for, Garner's Motorsports can get you set up with delivery at a better cost than big city competitors. Get your Can-Am today at Garner's Motorsports, 320 North Del Paso in Hobbs.
Once again, it's time to make sure no one in the area goes hungry this Thanksgiving with the MTD Radio Holiday Food Fight. We're teaming up with United Way offices in Lee and Eddy counties, as well as grocery stores in Hobbs, Carlsbad, Lovington, and Artesia to fight hunger in our communities. With food prices still high, more people than usual are struggling during the already tough Thanksgiving season. But with your help, we can make sure they don't have to go without. As part of this two-day event, we'll be in Lovington and Artesia Friday, November 22nd, and Hobbs and Carlsbad Saturday, November 23rd. Made possible by our platinum sponsors, Rig Outfitters and Home Store, Lovington Fire Department, Garner's Motorsports, and the Working Guys Store. Our silver sponsors, Hungry Critters and New Mexico Septic Systems. Our bronze sponsors, Benny's Western Store, Forest Tire, Lee County Electric Co-op, and New Mexico Junior College. And our basic sponsors, Wilbanks Trucking, Old Jack's Restaurant, Elite Compliance Services, LLC, Lee County Roadside, and the Geo Group. Be as generous as you can with food or monetary donations. And join us at Bob's Thriftway in Lovington 2 to 5 p.m. on Friday, November 22nd for the MTD Radio Holiday Food Fight.
Turn the radio on. Getting you up. Just do it. And getting you going. You're going to love this.
Call or text 877-396-W105 to talk to Bee in the Breakfast Club. If your coworkers don't listen to Bee in the Breakfast Club, they're not being productive.
Okay, everybody listen up. Listen, or we'll be fired.
This is not headline news. Today is World Diabetes Day, or as Cinnabon customers call it, Thursday. The Golden Bachelorette chose her man last night. No word yet on what assisted living facility they'll move into. San Diego has been named the best place to celebrate Thanksgiving. The worst place? With your dysfunctional family. Lunchables have been removed from the National School Lunch Program. However, they remain a staple in the divorced dad's lunch program. And Tom Brady says he screwed up as a parent. Oh, so his kids want to work in radio too. Thanks, Dad. This is not headline news.
822. My dad would tell all of us, don't get into the business. It was like, the mafia. Don't get into the business. We are hoping for better. We are hoping for better things. Well, all my brothers and my sister, they all listened. I was the only one that didn't.
But you've done well.
I did okay, Tom.
Yeah.
I did okay. Have you done okay?
I've done all right.
You done all right?
I've done what I wanted to do. I've done what I went to school for. Except get into TV. I never got into TV.
Just because you have a face for radio.
Well, that's next.
Yeah.
I mean, you could still do that.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't you on the
sell
TV
yourself
every
short.
morning? I mean, I can watch this show on the TV. This is a whole new world, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole new world.
You need to make that happen. If you have a dream, go for it.
Go get it. And, while you're at it, get that diploma for Permian Basin.
But I wouldn't work for these 3 Albuquerque stations for nothing.
Well, why are you limiting it to Albuquerque?
I mean, I think you should
That's
be
a 5-hour
on
trip.
I don't know, New York City. I think a man with goals is a man with goals.
Well, I've seen the Midland Odessa broadcasters.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, they're pretty
Well,
bad.
again, are you going to make excuses or do you want to go after
Go
your
do
dreams?
it. Go get it. Go make it happen.
Means I have to leave here, though.
Just go.
Just go. Okay.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah. Spirit Airlines reportedly in advanced talks about a possible bankruptcy filing following the failed merger and continued financial struggles.
If they're going to sell their planes, how much are planes with bullet holes in them?
You know, much like the advantage of flying on Spirit, it's incredibly uncomfortable, and turbulence is included in the price. Talk about a major gut punch. Spirit passengers, probably gut punch each other a lot because the seats are like right here. They're 16 inches wide. Look, I'm not a huge person.
You would have tough time.
16 inches. We flew Spirit. Oh, my goodness.
Does that almost force anyone that's, let's call them average size, to almost have to buy 2 tickets?
They could. And these guys charge you for a bottle of water. Yeah.
For everything.
We were flying, and we was like, I need a bottle of water. I was like, no, you don't.
Don't they hit you with like a greeting fee, too? Like you come in, the stewardess says, hi, how you doing? That's $3.
Yeah, they actually were checking people, bringing carry-on bags. They were weighing your carry-on bags. They were weighing
That's
like
sad.
a woman's purse, because we just got this purse yesterday. It's one of those, it's this big. I was like, that's not a damn purse. That's a damn suitcase.
Right, it's a duffel bag.
Holy crap. Unbelievable. So Spirit is filing for bankruptcy. Delta Airlines investigating how one of their planes suffered a damaged nose and did make a safe landing. Rhinoplastics, isn't that, the Hollywood starlets and
sure
damaged nose? Could be a bird that hit.
Probably most of their stewardesses as well.
Yeah, we're actually, for the first time, I think we're flying Delta. Usually we fly these Asian companies, but their Delta is doing a direct flight from Houston.
Wow.
So I think it's Delta. Maybe I'm wrong. Denzel Washington says Black Panther 3 will be one of his last movies. He will not continue. But, you have to know when you quit. You have to quit on top.
Well, as long as you want to do it and can do it.
I agree. Go for it.
But there comes a time, especially for someone like this, that's an actor.
Yeah.
Right? There comes a time where they have enough money to where it becomes a hassle for them to go and do some things.
And so they just say, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, and being able to say you're done is a good thing. Instead of being told you're done. Mm-hmm. That's the difference.
Agree.
Looks like the View enjoyed the biggest numbers ever election week, averaging 3 million viewers. Made the show a daytime success overnight.
The sad thing about that is people watched for them to implode.
Yes,
right.
Exactly. And AC/DC is said to be planning a North American tour. Name a song, Tom. AC/DC.
Come on.
Wreck.
Oh, my
Wreck.
Wreck.
Back in Black. You shook
me all night long. United.
Thunderstruck that you hear at every single hockey game ever.
I like Wreck, though.
So
I've never heard Wreck.
I've never heard that. Oh. Anyway, it's United, our direct flight. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from this morning?
From Carlsbad.
Hey, what's going on?
Morning.
How can we help you?
I guess we don't. She hung up.
She hung up on me. I don't know why she hung up on me. California governor, who will be the next governor, new polls show that Kamala Harris has a clear advantage.
I told you she's going to run for that.
72% of Democrats said that they would vote for Kamala Harris. Republicans, 38% of Republicans in California said they'd vote for Kamala.
What?
Yeah.
Get out.
38% of Republicans said they'd vote. It's California. Republicans. A little different. Single mother who immigrated to Albuquerque from Cuba. She's a Cubano.
Mm-hmm.
Has been in the United States for 18 years. Her name is Yuse Hernandez.
Okay.
She is now a U.S. citizen. Became a U.S. citizen, in which she was gifted a car.
Wow.
So she works as a medical assistant.
Okay.
And she was given a car. Compliments from Geico, who actually give cars away to people. She was nominated, so congratulations.
Aww.
Democrat stronghold state. Many people voted to protect their gas stoves. I'm just going to say this weekend I'm going to be cooking. And if I'm cooking, I want to cook on a gas stove.
Me too.
Electric stoves, because I'm cooking a roux for a gumbo. I'm also cooking some crawfish fettuccine. For me to make a good roux, I need a gas stove. Electric stoves just do not get it done.
Well, and there is a difference, and there is a learning curve. If you've ever done one or the other, they don't do the same.
They're not good.
Right, you can't just throw a tortilla on an electric stove.
You can't.
You can't.
But Tom, how do you heat up a tortilla? What's that called?
A wok.
A wok.
No.
A wok.
Well, I mean, I guess you could use a wok.
Monica, what's being used to heat up a tortilla?
A comal.
A comal.
And it's flat. A wok is not.
Wok is round, isn't it?
Well,
It's
I don't know.
curved,
You're the
yes.
one that just bought one. Chris
just bought
Cuomo.
That's my favorite pan is a wok.
Yeah.
So
Chris Cuomo says that he will vote for his brother, Andrew Cuomo, for governor.
Of
For president. He wants to run for president.
Mr.
He's
Nipple
old,
Ring.
though. He's old. Didn't he get some ethics violations?
yeah.
Overdose rate in the United States, up or down, Tom?
I'm going to say it's up.
Monica?
I'm going to say it's up.
It's actually, they said it has declined for the first time in many years.
Is that kind of like the way they measured the crime rate?
I could. 96,000 overdoses. When I go online and look at people like in Philly or Boston or any big town, and you see these people on that fentanyl, crazy.
Yep.
All flights halted in Haiti. They're done. No more. United States says we're not flying people out of Haiti or people to Haiti. Who would want to fly to Haiti?
Why would you? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing but gangs and
Correct.
violence and rapes and AIDS and.
Correct.
They're eating the dogs.
If you want to go to a beautiful
They're
place
eating
that's on the same island, go to the neighboring country of the Dominican.
Yeah, not even the cruise lines go there anymore, do they?
No, Haiti has been. And you know who loves Haiti, though? Hillary Clinton loves Haiti. Clinton Foundation, man, they stole a lot of money from those people. They really did. They love Haiti. They do.
The Dominican,
Yeah.
the Dominican Republic, on the same island, polar opposites.
Yeah. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Over 1,000 guns in stock, handguns, rifles, shotguns. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun or sell them your gun. Ladies, you've been thinking about getting personal protection. You might need it. Lethal, non-lethal personal protection, lots of ammo, and the largest selection of guns. Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Closed Saturday, open on Sunday.
All right, Mama Bear is saying this. Now, I don't know where she got it from, but she's saying that 3-year-old who died in Hagerman was an overdose.
How, that's sad.
Yeah.
That is very sad.
So I don't know who her source was, but she's saying that was the case.
Well, and that does happen, and that's when you have drugs in the house, that's always a possibility.
Yeah. All the people in California must be on drugs if they would elect Kamala for anything.
Right. And I think you just mentioned it, Kevin, but this text is asking, Kev, all the airlines that you have flown, which is the ones that you like the best?
Eva Airline. Eva. Taiwanese airline. Eva. The worst would be West China, or is it East China Airlines? Oh, my God. Tickets were cheap. If you ever went to China,
Is that the one you get to sit on the crates instead of
no,
seats?
I mean it wasn't that bad.
Crates.
Oh, wow.
Korea, I like Korean Air too.
Yeah.
But
Korean Air, they treat you pretty well.
Yeah,
don't
they do. Yeah, free drinks the whole flight.
Yeah.
Free drinks the whole flight. When you fly into China, there's no internet, and when you're at the airport, there is like you're looking around places I might eat.
Wendy's.
No Wendy's. No westernized food
Not in
at
China.
all.
Dang.
Not in China.
No. And no internet, no Facebook. I thought my wife was going to die. She was having those withdrawals so
because
bad.
it's all Communist Party
Communist
control.
Party. You're only there's internet, but you're only going to get what they want you to believe.
Wow.
Yep.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And there's many places in China that even if you wanted that internet,
Right.
you can't even get that.
Yeah, my least favorite was the Chinese airline and Qatar airline because of their. They were good. I don't like their food, and I did not like the way they treated me about my dog, and I will never forget, never do business.
Okay, they text back and they said, okay, what about domestic airline?
Domestic, yeah, I mean, they're pretty much all the same. I mean, United, Delta, yeah, they're American. They're pretty much all the same. I mean, United is probably one of the better.
I used to remember back in the day when I flew to Puerto Rico, Eastern Airlines was a pretty good airline.
Eastern Airlines.
Yeah.
Who bought them out?
American, didn't it?
Yeah,
Eastern.
that was like in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Eastern Airline.
Yeah, I think American.
Big
I
old
think he's
seats.
right. I think American.
They had big old seats.
In
And I
the
was
eight-
skinny
in the
guy back
80s.
then. Yeah, in the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, you were treated a lot better than today. I mean,
TWA.
I mean, yeah. If I ever come into money, I will fly first class on one of those long trips, 14 hours. But me and we usually share a seat. You know, we're right next to each other, and we just put the deal up and lay on each other.
British Airways is pretty good too.
And before anybody says no, not lay, I said lay on each other. Don't bring up the damn Mile High Club.
I wasn't saying anything. I was waiting
So
for
have
somebody.
you flown
to
first class
text.
too, Blake?
I have.
Monica, you first?
I've not flown first class. I've
If you
honestly
take a long
only
international
flown
flight, I highly recommend it.
Southwest.
I'm just not flying. I'm just not paying $5,000.
But I will be flying United here pretty soon.
Have you flown Aussie Air or one of the Australian
I'm just
ones?
yeah, $5,000 a piece. That'd be $10,000 for me and we. No, thank you.
Well, when I flew first class, they gave me a towel. hot towel.
No. Your sister paid
Right.
for your flight.
Right.
Yeah. It's a difference. I got to pay for my own.
Well,
I'm not a grown beggar.
Well, she was flying. She was working for American Airlines, and I was going to.
But
go
I'm
to
not
San
a
Diego.
grown beggar. You are.
No, I didn't. I was going to pay for my own flight.
I was.
As proven earlier when he was talking about my birthday.
So they gave
I was.
me a hot towel, and I asked the stewardess. I said, "Are we having ribs tonight?"
Why would you think a warm towel would be for ribs?
To wipe your face off, though.
Right. I don't know
Wipe
what
your
to wash
face.
your hands with.
I mean, when I go on those long trips,
You seriously don't know what a warm towel is for?
you know, I'll get up several times, go wash my face, because I don't sleep a whole bunch. Wash my face, brush my teeth, and then when we land, like in Taiwan, I shave, go back. I actually, in the bathroom, Tom, I will sponge bath myself, and these people are coming in like, what the hell is going on over here? Yep. You got to plan ahead, Tom. Got to plan ahead. So, if you ever come see me, plan ahead. I don't know if you could make that trip, though. That's a long trip.
I went to Hawaii.
He would
That was 6
sleep the
hours.
whole time.
Yeah, he would sleep.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get to the text quickly, then the boob of the day.
All right. So this texter is saying, I lost it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you're okay. Chrissy sent an article. The guy from JAL, the story from JAL, made it into USA Today. That's big.
Wow. Big news, huh?
Original Blake Hader says, do you guys think there are a lot of bald women and sexless men up north after Kamala's loss?
Probably.
In the northern part of the state or up north in the northeast?
I'm waiting for the governor to stop groping and shave her head.
Ricky in Hobbs says, big shout out to the Hobbs Eagles taking on number 1 ranked La Cueva in Albuquerque this Saturday. Have a safe trip and go Eagles.
Well, it's taking on today. I guess it's a Thursday game.
Get her done, boys.
Up, Chuck Schumer is a hack. Oh.
Anyone in the playoffs this week? Get her done.
Yep.
Get her done.
By the way, Kirby Smart apologizing for calling one of his players an idiot.
Really?
As of course, they lost to Ole Miss, and he was at the press conference, and he called one of his players an idiot. And I don't know the backstory, but he did apologize. People are soft nowadays. They really are. And Boris Johnson.
Boris
Johnson.
Of course, was
English.
the
Former Prime Minister for
UK. Anyway, said the faction within the Republican Party has a weird sort of homophobic fascination with Putin.
Well, thank you for being in American politics, Mr. Person
now,
from the UK.
Go get your hair fixed, if you would, Boris. You sloppy, fat pig.
Now, wasn't he prime minister when Trump was in the office the first time?
Yeah, Trump told him to tuck in his shirt. That's what he's mad about. That Trump told him to tuck in his shirt. Look presentable.
Yeah.
That's what he's mad about. He's holding the grudge. Just like Mark Cuban.
Well, and the English people, not everyone, and we have some listeners over in England and Scotland and stuff like that.
They
Tell me
don't
if I'm
like
wrong.
Boris Johnson.
But the political people in England think they're better than Americans.
They think they're better than the people they represent, the working class also. All right, let's do Boob of the Day. Boob of the Day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. They've got medical personnel on staff. Going to the doctor, they keep just pilling you. More pills, more pills, more pills. How about fixing the issue? Getting down to the root cause of the issue. Why are you looking at me like that? Getting down to the root cause of the problem. They also do tons of aesthetics. Ladies want to look better? How about a cheek filler? They've got a special right now for $750. They're also doing Botox. They'll do 3 areas of Botox for $500. B12 injections. If you're trying to lose weight for the holidays, they have a diet that can help you with diet medication. Go and talk to them. Plus, guys, testosterone. If you're not on testosterone and your testosterone's low, you ought to talk to them. Get in touch with them. Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics, 3900 North Lovington Highway, and Hobbs, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
All right. Now, this is a cautionary tale. And if you wonder where people get certain ideas about police, it might be from this. A police officer in New Hampshire stopped along a highway on Monday night when he saw an abandoned vehicle. He got out and heard gunshots in the woods nearby. So he called for backup. He said he had 2 concerns in addition to the gunshots. The area was near a wildlife management zone, but not in it. And also the shots sounded rapid, like they could be an automatic firearm. Now, several agencies responded. They set up a perimeter and closed off the road. And they started inching in on the guy, and he was taken into custody without incident. His name and age weren't released. The police say he was, quote, shooting at a small tree and a ground around the tree. And get this, Kevin, he had 9 guns in New Hampshire. Now, he's looking at charges of reckless and disorderly conduct. And they say he's got more coming. Technically, it wasn't illegal to be shooting in the woods. But police say the charges are warranted based on the totality of the circumstances. Also, the guy wasn't related to the abandoned vehicle, so there's nothing about what that's about. So I'm not sure who the boob of the day is. Either the guy that was just out shooting, or the cop who closed in on him to take away his right to do it. Either way, it's the boob of the day.
Be brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics. I knew my brother. Very smart guy, perfect score on his SAT.
Right.
So I had posted up Medicare Part B is going up to from $10 a month to $185. And I said, I remember back in the day when I didn't care. It didn't bother me. It didn't affect me. And so Danny asked, what's the cost? My brother said, basically, it will cost you about $185 per month. And my brother actually made a chart. So if you make under $100,000 or less, it will go up $185 a month. Now, if you make, say, $500,000 a month or a year annually, that's going to be $628 addition. So it is, and this is to pay for Medicaid and pay for people that don't pay their medical bills. So leave it to my brother, that's who I would call, Tom. Hey, brother. And by the way, Kevin said you might pay for that for me. How about that?
Right.
I mean, well, don't you have another couple $100 hanging around every month? Pay for me? You can always ask your sister. She might. Of course, she's a divorcee now, Tom.
Got to save her money.
So she doesn't have that doctor's money anymore.
Right. Well, she will. I get alimony from California.
Yeah, California, you're going to pay alimony.
Yeah.
I never believed in paying alimony.
So what you're saying is her ex-husband paid for you.
Yes, and he'll continue to pay.
Yeah.
Alimony. I've never believed in that. Texas is a alimony state also, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, you can get spousal support.
I didn't pay alimony,
but it's
when I got
short term.
divorced.
It's short term. I think it's 2 years. Monica, you believe in alimony?
I do.
Yeah.
Under certain circumstances, like what was the division in that marriage?
Yeah.
Like if you had
Correct.
like a stay-at-home mom,
Absolutely.
she totally deserves
Or you
it.
build a business
Yeah.
or that type of stuff.
Yes.
I remember I was supporting 5 kids and went through a divorce, and they made me pay spousal support. And I told the judge, you got to be, I got 5 kids I'm taking care of.
No, I heard a story of a gentleman and a lady who got divorced in Texas, and the guy had done really well. The gentleman had done really well for himself. They, built a business. He had adopted her kids. I think she had like 3 or 4 kids.
If you adopt kids, or even if they call you daddy,
Correct.
You're going to pay support for those kids, even if they are not your biological child. That happened to me.
And so, of course, she had become accustomed to this lifestyle, being able to stay at home, living the way that she had. When they did get divorced, he willingly, said, I will give you $7,000 a month for the next 7 years to help you keep up with your lifestyle. But after that, it's up to you. And she accepted that. I don't know what year they're on now,
that's
it was
that's okay.
Because, and I think him being the businessman that he is, he did the math and thought this is the best way out.
Sometimes you cut your losses. You pay. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
All right, 7:47. We're going to take a break. News this morning being brought to you by Outlast Makeup Mirror, Outlast Makeup Mirror, and Grooming Tool. Yes, guys, I said Grooming Tool. You can use this thing for your goatee and your beard, maybe having trouble shaving. This thing will show you the light because it has LED lights. 3 different mirrors, ×1, ×5, ×10 magnification. And guys, I'm not advocating this. But you ever working on the car and you've got like a issue and you can't see what the hell's going on? LED lights and the mirror. That
comes in handy.
It works.
It works. They also have the wall mount mirror version, and I'm just going to give you some of the people that have the Outlast Makeup Mirror. Can I say your aunt's name?
Yes, because she sent a letter.
Oh, really?
To Rebecca, thanking her for it.
So
she got one, huh?
Thanking her for coming up with the idea and making this thing, and it's amazing. Go ahead.
Rebecca said that Reba McEntire has the Outlast Makeup Mirror. So now she sent a letter thanking her so we can use Reba McEntire.
Reba,
the biggest female name in country music, has the Outlast Makeup Mirror. What about Martina McBride?
Got one too.
She's got one too.
Another huge name in country.
She said that she can't believe that everyone. Now, and I'll say it again, I think Trisha Yearwood wants one, but she doesn't have it yet. Garth, break down and get the money and quit spending money on other women.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
And Garth,
Mandrell.
if you can't do it, have Chris Gaines.
Yeah, Mandrell sisters, they have the Outlast Makeup Mirror. Linda Davis, who lives in Ruidoso, and, of course, 3-time Grammy Award winner. And you know that it is a great product when people that do hair and makeup for a living.
Professionals, yes.
Yeah, they are professionals. They buy the Outlast Makeup Mirror. There are many that have bought the Outlast Makeup Mirror. So Reba's got one. You've got to have one. Outlast Makeup Mirror. Call Rebecca Long, 575-631-3189. Go to the website, outlastmakeupmirror.com. Be like Reba. Get the Outlast Makeup Mirror today. All right, 10 minutes away from 9 o'clock. By the way, it's a great Christmas gift.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
The Geo Group in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now.
Call now. MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A disaster recovery center has opened by the state of New Mexico to help New Mexicans affected by the October 19th and 20th severe storm and flooding in the Roswell area. The DRC is open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays, and closed on Sundays at the Roswell Mall, 4501 North Main Street in Roswell. Residents and business owners in Chavez County can visit the center to apply for FEMA assistance, upload documents, learn about available resources, and get their questions answered in person. Recovery specialists from FEMA and the U.S. Small Business Administration, and possibly state, local, and nonprofit and other community organizations will be available to meet with visitors. The Palmer Drug Abuse Program in Hobbs has been named the recipient of a $4.5 million grant from the J.F. Maddox Foundation to build a new facility to support its drug abuse counseling and recovery efforts within the community. PDAP plans to construct the new facility on land donated by the First United Methodist Church of Hobbs near its current facility on Dalmont Street. And the new building will host a 12-step recovery meeting and personal counseling space for people battling addiction. Written in Red Foundation Masquerade Gala will take place starting at 6 p.m. on Thursday at the Artesia Country Club and will feature a guest speaker, 4-time National Finals Rodeo World Champion Tuff Cooper. Tickets and tables are available. Written in Red is a 501c3 nonprofit foundation whose mission is to impact the lives of citizens in Southeast New Mexico through the funding efforts in education, healthcare access, spiritual guidance, and emergency crisis assistance. In 2023, Written in Red distributed more than $235,700 in funding to organizations in Artesia, Carlsbad, Dexter, Lake Arthur, Hagerman, and Cloudcroft, and families in crisis. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
In hometowns such as ours, we depend on our local grocery store to provide for our family, to always have the highest quality products available, to have the freshest and most nutritious produce and the hand-selected and cut meats butchered fresh daily, to have the dairy case always full of the variety to meet your family's needs, and to do this, always guaranteeing fair pricing and everyday value. And for 50 years, we depended on Bob's Ritchway for all of this, and they know we depend on them for the next 50 years. Bob's Ritchway, where your grocery dollar will always go farther.
80 years. That's how long Forest Tire has been serving the needs of their loyal customers. You need a tire that will keep you going for the long haul so you can take on tough jobs. Let us introduce you to the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It holds up to tough conditions to keep you rolling strong. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and do more for more miles. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
This Black Friday, get into a truck that gets the job done. Ram at Tate Branch Hobbs. Whether it's the strength of a heavy duty or the versatility of a light duty, Ram trucks have you covered. Plus, during our Black Friday event, enjoy unbeatable savings and a lifetime powertrain warranty on all new vehicles. Come to Tate Branch Hobbs, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and drive home in a Ram that's built to last. Black Friday deals are here, but they won't last. Ram trucks, built for work, ready for life. Only at Tate Branch Hobbs. Visit us today, right across the street from Texas Roadhouse.
Once again, it's time to make sure no one in the area goes hungry this Thanksgiving with the MTD Radio Holiday Food Fight. We're teaming up with United Way offices in Lee and Eddy counties, as well as grocery stores in Hobbs, Carlsbad, Lovington, and Artesia to fight hunger in our communities. With food prices still high, more people than usual are struggling during the already tough Thanksgiving season. But with your help, we can make sure they don't have to go without. As part of this two-day event, we'll be in Lovington and Artesia Friday, November 22nd, and Hobbs and Carlsbad Saturday, November 23rd. Made possible by our platinum sponsors, Rig Outfitters and Home Store, Lovington Fire Department, Garner's Motorsports, and the Working Guys Store. Our silver sponsors, Hungry Critters and New Mexico Septic Systems. Our bronze sponsors, Benny's Western Store, Forest Tire, Lee County Electric Co-op, and New Mexico Junior College. And our basic sponsors, Wilbanks Trucking, Old Jack's Restaurant, Elite Compliance Services, LLC, Lee County Roadside, and the Geo Group. Be as generous as you can with food or monetary donations. And join us at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia 2 to 5 p.m. on Friday, November 22nd for the MTD Radio Holiday Food Fight.
In the who's who of radio, we're a what?
And who are you?
Be in the Breakfast Club, 877-396-W105. Call or text.
Nothing about that show makes sense.
No, back to the show.
Coffee kind of make me nervous when I drink it.
5 minutes. 5 minutes away from 9. Good news of the day on the way. Tom A. talking to his peeps. Hey, how's it going? How's your mama and them? What's I know I'm supposed to be qualifying people, but how's your mama?
I like them French fried taters.
Yeah. By the way,
with a little mustard.
Brother's supposed to be giving me another TV. Just wondering, where's my TV? Huh.
He said that he would like a pineapple upside-down cake for Thanksgiving.
Vaya mías.
Portacito mío.
He wants a pineapple upside down.
He just likes upside down
Dick
pineapple.
Van Dyke, who is a big-time lib.
He's like 90.
Is he really?
Turned 99. He'll turn 99 next month. He says he's grateful he won't be around to experience 4 more years of Donald Trump.
Yeah, sure.
Is he dying tomorrow?
Yeah,
Well, he's 99.
Yeah, Dick.
Every day is a gift.
Just a word of advice, Dick. Quit being a dick.
Allah.
Well, he's Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he won't be around 4 more years. What did Donald Trump do?
Correct.
Let me just ask this question. And Donald Trump, when he was in office, what exactly did he do that was so bad?
Made America great again.
He made America
Everything
great.
was cheaper.
Yep.
Everything was cheaper.
But, I mean, I'm
Gas prices, grocery prices,
Gas prices.
cost of living.
Did he
Safer.
round up people and throw them in jail?
Nope.
No, he didn't.
So did he round up people and throw them in, like,
That was
concentration
Obama
camps?
and Biden.
No, he didn't.
I'm just trying to figure out exactly what he did wrong.
It was Obama and Biden
He didn't
that
do
put
nothing wrong.
kids in the cage.
Right.
He just has a crazy mouth.
Yeah.
What if I talked like that
Yeah.
all the time, y'all?
U.S. 90% increase in sexual transmitted diseases. They're reporting 2.4 million new cases of STDs last year.
Yikes.
Go ahead and say it, Monica.
A la máquina.
Cochino.
Cochino.
What's the matter with you people?
Oh, gosh.
Protect yourself.
Seriously.
What's the matter with it? And, you know.
Dang, Deborah.
So.
She said she was divorced in Minnesota and was
that.
ordered to pay alimony to her ex-husband.
That's maybe it goes both ways. That would be good.
I mean, it should. It should go both ways.
Well, not for her.
But, I'm sorry, Deborah.
Deborah,
Well, that
that's
just means
terrible.
she was balling and she made more money than her man.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry it was somebody
I'm still owed like $40,000 in child support from Texas.
Ain't gonna see it.
They have never taken her license away. If that was a man, I will say they would take your license away, and my butt would be in jail.
Yeah, Texas does go after the guys.
Oh yeah, not after the women. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Randy Pettigrew. Randy Pettigrew, check him out. Of course, when's a special session? I keep seeing things about new legislation that could be.
No, the session starts January 25th.
In January.
Yeah.
So the next session.
Yes.
You can count on one thing.
She's not calling any special sessions.
These Democrats will be going after your guns. You can count on that. And they will be trying to get into how you raise your kids. They
want to be in control of your bedroom and your wallet.
And your kids.
Yep.
Yep. So Randy will be fighting against all of that. Find him at RandallPettigrew.com. Continues to fight. During the election, nobody worked harder to get people registered to vote and change the outcome of the election. We came close in New Mexico.
Way closer than they think that they thought would happen, and it made them nervous because people like Randy worked hard to do it.
Find out more information about Randy at RandallPettigrew.com. Tom in the text.
All right. Chrissy is chiming in, our health correspondent. She's saying, I watched The View, but I am guilty, but only to watch stupidity. It's a freaking comedy, those liberal BS, and I just yell at the TV. My boyfriend gets all pissed at them for watching, too, says Christy this morning.
Her boyfriend gets mad at her for watching and yelling at the TV.
Right.
That's what it said.
Hey, Tom, you should marry Kevin's sister. LOL. Kevin, you have a sister?
My sister is happily married and has been married now for 40, 30, 37, 38 years.
I would have been married 44. I stayed married to my first wife.
What a coulda, shoulda.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
44 is a long time, too, man.
But you weren't.
And by the way, she is now happily married. She is now happily married.
She says.
Your ex is happily married now.
It's interesting though that they married the same type of guy that they divorced.
No.
Why?
He can't do
her
anything
now
either.
husband is a slob too,
and can't do anything,
and yells at her, "Make me a sandwich."
Can't change a tire, won't climb a ladder.
Yeah,
gets everything from his sisters and brothers. Is that the type of man she married?
My ex-husband owes me child support, and he never paid.
No.
The state of Texas has not gone after him to pay.
Wears women underwear.
So what are you talking about her ex-husband? What makes him like you?
Her current husband.
Her current husband.
Well, he has a beard like I do.
You don't have a beard. You just have it shaved for a few days.
You just look like a hobo.
He's brown like I am.
Okay.
Wears his hair the same way I do.
That doesn't
How do
make
you
him
wear
like
your
you.
hair? Because normally it's uncombed.
The color of your skin is not something you can control.
So what else what makes him like you?
So,
he's very forgetful.
Basically a clone.
He's inconsiderate.
She could have stayed with me.
I'm trying to move on, y'all. Move on.
His testosterone is low.
I was not a bad husband.
Low libido.
That was a good hubby.
So why did she leave you?
Good question.
You still don't know?
I still don't know the answer to the second one either. Why she left me.
There wasn't something that was being fulfilled. I can tell you that much.
92 days.
Well, maybe you should look inside. Do some soul searching.
Have you asked her?
No.
432 liberal.
Do you talk to her?
Let's talk about this.
When the grandkids, about the grandkids.
You should ask her sometime, just for your own curiosity.
Yeah, for your own good. What the hell did I do wrong? Why did we get a divorce? Not that we're ever. Here's the way to word it. Make sure. Look,
I'm trying to better myself.
I'm trying to better myself, and
well, she knows I live in a Willie Nelson bus. That's pretty cool.
It has nothing to do with damn Willie Nelson. Listen, I'm trying to better myself, and in this long voyage that I'm taking to better myself, I need to know something. Why did we split up anyway?
She knows I'm a celebrity.
You don't get it. Why did we split up anyway? What did I do wrong? And what could I done right to keep us together?
Award-winning celebrity.
All right.
432 Liberal has chimed in out of nowhere, kind of, sort of, and said Republicans want to be in charge of women's vaginas.
No, they don't.
Now,
oh, my God. You said that word on the air?
I did, because that's what they said, and
Look,
it's not a bad word.
It's not.
432 Liberal.
And they don't.
They do not.
It's the liberals who want to be in charge.
Correct. But I do want to add something.
By the way, you can sew yours up and it won't bother me one bit.
Why don't you take it as an opportunity for a woman to make a better choice with that vagina?
You know,
because whether you're doing it for pleasure or whether you're doing it as a business, you are responsible for the consequences that come with what you do with your vajayjay. Okay? So, 432 Liberal, listen good, okay? If you have one, take care of it. Whether you're doing it, like I said, for pleasure or you're using it for business. If you don't want to get pregnant, take care of yourself. You don't want to get diseases, take care of yourself. It's
nobody
your
is interested
vajayjay.
in yours or your mother's or anybody else. I'm just saying nobody is interested. So get over it. Republicans don't want to be in charge of it.
That was an awesome soapbox moment right there.
I just had to. I had to.
And you use the V word? Oh, my God.
Yes.
Can you just read the text?
No, you can't.
I'm just trying.
I mean, this is what we call a delay. Yeah, I'm going to throw a flag for delay of game.
And then I was just overwhelmed by what she was saying.
Just read the text.
And Tom, be a bro, says this texter. It's not a bad word. It's an anatomy.
No, it says, Tom, be an adult, bro. It's not a bad word. It's anatomy. I will agree.
And Tom is a celebrity in his own mind, says the one texter.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm going to tell you who he's not a fan of, or they're not a fan of him. Every waitress in the area, not a fan.
Tommy, I don't know you, but I figured out that your second wife was a lesbian just by the stories you tell us.
She liked the pool boy.
The pool boy was the guy.
Part of their split up probably had something to do with Tom wearing her panties.
Yeah, he stretched them.
I'm reading these quickly because he won't. Tom, she walked into the doorway of your bus and took one smell and took off the other way.
I think that's a legitimate question, though, Tom.
Yes.
Why did we split up? I'm trying to grow.
In all seriousness, you didn't know, and ask.
I'm trying to grow. Tell me.
Well, I did plead with him and said, "Look, the first one I said, look, we've been married 20 years. Why do you want to get rid of me?"
Sure.
And what did she say?
Because you won't change.
Yes.
Is that what she said?
Well,
there you go.
We have fought the same battle for 20 years. So me and her have something. I don't know the woman. We have something in common.
So
we have something in common.
But just because I didn't change, no reason for it to leave somebody.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
You know, in every relationship, I feel like
evolve in that relationship.
Exactly. You have to grow. You have to evolve. You have to always be willing to improve and get better.
So
that's with
the
anything.
first thing that's going to happen when you don't evolve and you don't change is there going to be, think of it this way. Think of it as boxes. There are going to be a lot of boxes that are locked. And you will not be able to get into the boxes. Okay? And it starts with the bedroom box. That will be locked. Then the kitchen box will be locked. So there are two ways that man seeks pleasure. The bedroom box and the kitchen box. And you were locked out of both of them. And you were like, well, what's going on here?
Don't you want to better yourself?
You ain't got a box, bro.
Don't you want to better
No,
yourself?
64. I'm set in my ways.
But you've been set in your ways since you were what, 20?
But whoever woman wants to get with me, this is what you get right here.
You don't want yourself to be better tomorrow.
Congratulations, you'll be single forever.
Wait. Seriously, you don't want to be better tomorrow than you are today.
I'm satisfied where I'm at.
Okay. Well, be satisfied.
Okay.
Be satisfied.
I can take that as a solid answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
off
be
air,
better tomorrow than I am today.
Off air, and when we're talking on the phone, when we're catching up, don't tell me, hey, so do you have any single friends at church? Because I'm going to remind you. I'm going to say, remember, you are set in your ways.
You're happy.
I ain't doing you no favor.
You're happy. Trump administration reported that there are plans to build more migrant detention centers and welfare for illegals. And the problem? And the problem?
I don't hear a problem with that.
You need a place to put people before they are shipped back where they came from. You do. West Virginia man arrested after a live grenade was found inside his carry-on bag at the airport. What an idiot. Zachary Zelling, 25 of Morgantown, has been charged with multiple charges. An explosive device. Crazy. Los Angeles DA says a teacher left her husband to be in love with a 13-year-old child she had been grooming. Los Angeles middle school teacher has been charged with allegedly grooming a 13-year-old student into a sexual relationship for more than a year, with prosecutors saying she left her husband because she was in love with the child. She is 43 years of age.
Oh, my gosh.
Colleen Joe Martico, 43 years age, was teaching at the middle school.
Oh, my gosh.
And volleyball player is suing the Mountain West Conference First Amendment violation. Title IX violation, transgender player.
It's not even a woman.
So dozens of women have filed lawsuits against the Mountain West Conference and the commissioner for allowing the San Jose player, who is a dude, to play against them, saying that their First Amendment has been violated because he told them no speaking about it, and of course Title IX violation also. Donald Trump is going to change that. You can count on that. And here we go again. A firefighter from Medford, New York, set a brush fire so that he could be the hero and put the fire out. Jonathan Quills, volunteer firefighter, 20 years old, has been charged. All right, we got to take a break. Let me keep you updated with the weather this morning, being brought to you by Janko Janitorial. Janko Janitorial in Artesia. They've got all your janitorial supplies, commercial-grade janitorial supplies. Call Amber this morning, 575-703-1869. Or you can also just find them at jankojanitorial.com. Commercial-grade cleaning supplies, or they can do all the cleaning for you. Yeah, when it comes to cleaning your office building, industrial sites, all field sites, they can clean them all. Janko Janitorial for more information. Coming right back, we'll keep you updated with everything going on. Be in the Breakfast Club. Tom A. getting to work.
Call now. Thank you for calling. The Geo Group in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now. Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President-elect Trump nominates now former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz for U.S. Attorney General. Oklahoma Republican Senator James Langford earlier on Fox and Friends.
We're going to do the Matt Gaetz confirmation like all the rest of them. President Trump's put a bunch of nominations out there. We've got to get on those very, very quickly. When the new Congress is sworn in the 3rd of January, even before President Trump is actually inaugurating.
And Gates, we need at least 50 senators to vote in favor of his confirmation. It'll cost $9 for drivers in one part of Manhattan as the state reverses its congestion pricing plan. That from the U.S. Department of Transportation today. The Onion, known for the way it pokes fun at various stories, buys Alex Jones's InfoWars at auction with help from the Sandy Hook families during a bankruptcy auction. Jones owes the families more than $1 billion in defamation judgments for calling the 2012 massacre a hoax. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, Danny Kelly here at the big store, Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan. You know, I keep hearing people talk about how they believe they can get a better deal in Texas. Well, let me make it clear to everyone. You can't. No Texas dealer will ever beat Permian. Our prices are the lowest guaranteed. I'll beat any Texas deal on any new vehicle, or I'll go get it for you for free. On top of that, I'm also going to throw in a free lifetime powertrain warranty for anybody that buys and services with us. And you can take that Permian promise to the bank. So before you go driving, spending time, money, and valuable resources to chase a fairy tale, remember, shop local and save big. The only thing bigger in Texas are the prices. So if you need a great deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle and you want to make it fast, fun, and easy, just come down to Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan, 701 West Navajo Drive in Hobbs.
I'm Danny Kelly, and I approve this message.
Medications taking away key nutrients from your body? Struggling with weight loss? Pharmacy 575 offers all your prescription needs and more. From their My Daily Medication program with pre-dosed packages to weight loss plan with in-body scanner or their medication and wellness consultations, let Pharmacy 575 help. With walk-in vaccines and local delivery, they do it all. Go see Pharmacy 575 at 305 East Sanger Suite 600 or call 575-263-2908. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Pharmacy 575. Your health, their priority.
You deserve to enjoy your health. You deserve to enjoy your passions. We're here to make that easy. If you're over 65, Medicare is yours, and New Mexico Aging Services is your expert, unbiased guide to finding the best plan for you at no charge. So instead of navigating Medicare on your own, spend your time doing what you love. We'll help you get the care you need to keep doing it. Medicare, make it yours today. 2024 open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Get started today at aging.nm.gov/Medicare. This announcement was paid for in part by Grant 2201 NMMDR from the Administration for Community Living, sponsored by this station and the NMBA.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Guerrilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Guerrilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Hey drivers, is your car's interior in need of a refresh? Mighty Wash has you covered with our complete interior clean for only $45. This isn't just any clean, it includes a wonder wash to get your car sparkling inside and out. And here's the deal just for our Mighty Wash members. Get it all for just $30. That's over 30% off. Imagine stepping into a fresh, spotless car every day without breaking the bank. So stop by Mighty Wash today, where we make keeping your car fresh and clean easy, fast, and affordable. Visit your local Mighty Wash to get started. That's Mighty Wash, keeping your car ready for the road ahead.
Get ready for the Boys and Girls Club's 6th Annual Fall Fishing Derby, November 23rd and 24th. First up, let's talk about those tagged trout. We've stocked the waters with trout, and guess what? One of those tagged fish is worth a whopping $1,000. The biggest catfish won't be left out. Whether you're a seasoned angler or a first-timer, bring your A-game. The biggest bass also scores you another great prize. For a $20 donation, you can support our local Boys and Girls Club. Plus, we've got something for everyone. All ages welcome, and kids under 12 fish for free. Sign-ups kick off at 1 p.m. on the 22nd at the picturesque Lower Tansel Dam. It's a 2-day event of fishing, fun, and friendly competition. And trust us, there are many more tagged fishes and prizes waiting to be hooked. Our heartfelt thanks to our core sponsors, Silver Bullet Transportation. This ad is brought to you by the Carlsbad Lodgers Tax, supporting local events and tourism.
W105, be in the Breakfast Club. Tom A. has lost his mind, so you don't have to.
You seem particularly triggered right now.
Call now, 877-396-W105.
He's a friend of mine. Friend with a big mouth.
All right, let's go, Z! Another day, another 55 cents. Russ Blacken here showing Tom how to do push-ups.
Yep. How many can you do, Tom?
I've done, 25 before.
And then when?
A couple weeks ago.
Not all together.
That wasn't a push-up.
Leaning on the counter is not a
That's
push-up.
not a push-up. But I bet you could do one if you really tried. One. Don't let
But
me
you know what? If that's how you have to start.
Yeah,
go ahead.
one at a time.
You know, when it came to pull-ups,
Just like putting one foot in front of the other.
Mm-hmm.
when it came to pull-ups, where you get on the
Bar?
pull yourself up, I couldn't do one. So I started hanging, just hanging, and then I do 20 now, maybe. I haven't
That's
done
good.
it in months.
That's really good.
So, Kevin, I want to get kind of like to the core of what inspired you to get healthy. Was it your age? Was it a disease? Did you get sick?
So I weighed up to 230 pounds.
Okay.
And I decided I was going to start going to the gym. I got time. And so I started watching what I was going to eat and then got healthier. And then, because the older you get, I read a story that, being able to pick yourself up the floor is one of the most important things, once you're over 65. Sure. And so, and then, I had my motorcycle accident. I got down to 149 pounds and then had a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor said, if you were in bad shape, you would be over there not being able to talk on the radio.
Wow.
You'd be paralyzed. So that's my motivation to get up every day and go to the gym.
Well, mine was I just got tired of being tired.
You're not. When you got
when
in
I
shape,
lost 233 pounds in Roswell.
you can't live on. I mean, who are you, a Cowboy fan? I mean, you can't live on the past, bro.
Means I could do it if I wanted to, and I did. And then COVID hit, and that screwed everything up.
No. You make that sound like it was back to back. Like you lost all that. And then
that damn
COVID hit.
That damn COVID.
There were 14 years in between those.
That damn COVID. I tell you what. Los Angeles police chief saying he's going to protect his people. Let the feds come in here and try to deport some of my people.
I would be okay.
Will protect our immigrant community. LAPD officers will not take action to determine a person's immigration status and will not arrest someone for their status. And LAPD will not assist with mass deportations. Los Angeles is a city of immigrants, and I know immigrants are being disparaged right now. But I want the people of Los Angeles to know my viewpoint. Our nation was built by immigrants, and
our nation was built by legal immigrants.
Yeah,
let's get that
these
right.
are false narratives they're doing. They
right.
change the wording so that they can equate the two when they aren't the same.
I mean, let's get
and then they
right.
throw that word mass in front of it, and they can't even define what that is.
Let's think about this. People came from another country. The Pilgrims. Were they immigrants?
They were.
Okay. That's a little different.
And Ellis Island, we talked about it the other day. Yeah. Throughout its entire history, Ellis Island brought in about 20 million people.
No, I think it's less than that.
No, it was 20 million. And so if they did that in their entire history of Ellis Island, and the Harris-Biden administration brought in 20 million in the last 3 years,
well,
there's a big difference.
You can't have people that are unvetted. I mean, it's as simple as that. You just can't have people that are unvetted.
And these aren't just immigrants. They're illegal foreigners. They broke the law to come here. They did not go through the legal process, which all the other immigrants you're talking about, the ones that built this country, all of those immigrants came here through a legal process.
12 million. 12 million from 1892 to 1954.
It was 20 when we did it.
Yeah.
Because we just had that the other day.
I'm looking at the National Park Service
Okay, well, still 12 million.
Yeah.
In that time frame, and we've had that many that Harris and Biden have led into this country.
From 1892 to 1954. How many years is that, Tom?
What's the years again?
1892 to 1954.
It's about 100-something years.
Come on, Tom, 62 years.
100 years.
That's easy math.
That's why the wife left you. Math.
My question is, where was Ellis Island on the southern border? How come they didn't build one
It's
there?
not. It's in New York Harbor.
So
it's not ever going to be on the southern border.
But why didn't they build their own southern border over there?
Oh.
My brain hurts.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
My brain hurts.
Wow. Looks like Louisiana's Attorney General saying he will fight over the Ten Commandments. They're going to fight this all the way to Supreme
Well, they're
Court.
doing it as a historical document,
Right.
and they're blocking it as a religious document.
Yeah.
And that's not what they're doing.
Ken Griffin.
Which one, junior or senior?
Junior. Selling off his Chicago penthouse, taking a $44 million loss.
Whoa.
Just is done.
With Chicago.
Is done with Chicago. Finish.
Wow.
It's not a baseball player. Ken Griffin actually is a hedge fund operator.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he said King Griffin. He didn't say King Griffey. Different last names.
Junior.
Oh, you said
Senior.
Griffin. Okay.
No.
Whatever. One of those. One of them. Idaho high school teacher under investigation allegedly wishing an unwanted pregnancy on Trump supporters. That's just sad. And another teacher, California teacher, caught in a profanity-laced rant against Donald Trump and his administration in class. Why are you talking to teenagers about...
Should be put on leave and reprimanded at the least.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it goes the other way.
No, I don't
that
care.
person should too.
Right.
Robert Griffin III wants to end the Trump supporters' hatred. What hatred? You got Trump supporters that are black, Hispanic. What hatred? I'm not figuring
The
that
hatred
out.
lies in the liberal hearts.
Oh, one more story. A husband shocked left his wife speechless, and his wife filed for divorce after he voted for Trump. Now, if your spouse, you don't always have to align on things.
No.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Tom, do you
Look,
think
that guy right there and his wife are opposites.
Yeah.
The guy on TV.
Do you think that
James Carville.
that you have to come together on politics, your wife or your husband?
I think you should.
You think
I'm
you
going to
should?
agree with Tom. I think that's a hard yes for me.
I think
You think
that
it should align?
Yes.
I think it's easier and leads to more peace in the house, but I don't think you have to, because while you are one, you are still two individuals.
Yeah. So the distraught husband wrote on social media that he has been left without words, that his marriage is falling apart because of politics, all because he voted for Donald Trump.
So is that, can he sue Whoopi Goldberg and Joy, whatever her name is, Behar, for inciting that?
Wow. So not
I'm
only
just
has
saying,
he
he
been
could make
locked
bank.
out of the box, Tom, his wife is taking the box.
Shaving her head and
gone. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Fenn's Country Market. You can find them in Artesia. Big savings going on today. They're starting with their pre-Thanksgiving savings in the meat department. Honeysuckle white turkey, 98 cents a pound, limited one. Boneless pork sirloin roast, $1.79 a pound. T-bone steaks, $7.99 a pound. Jalapeno peppers, 99 cents a pound. Navel oranges, just 99 cents a pound. And premium hothouse tomatoes, $1.49 a pound. Get Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, just $2 for $4. And don't forget, Saturday is the fajita day at Fenn's and Artesia. They use nothing but U.S. DA Prime Ribeye Steaks for their fajitas. Buy them by the burrito or buy them by the pound. We got to get to the good news of the day. Being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes. You can find them in Lovington, right across the street from Bob's, 575-396-0513. Let him take care of all your insurance. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So I think we mentioned this the other day. A worker at a thrift store in Missouri discovered some World War II love letters in a donation box. She didn't know who left them, although it seemed like they didn't realize what they were. So she started Googling the names to unravel the mystery, and she found that the couple lived a very happy life, and they did get to do the stuff that the man in the war promised that they'd do when he returned. And they are returning those letters to the family because Facebook has helped them out. And a man from Arkansas named Dylan McKay rescued an abandoned golden doodle on the side of the road that was stranded and close to death. The dog was in such bad shape that it needed surgery of more than $10,000.
Wow.
So he and his fiancee, Emily, cut into their wedding fund to make that happen. The couple says the dog still has a long journey ahead with physical therapy, vaccinations, and spaying, but the dog will make it, they hope, and it will live with them for the rest of its life. And that is the good news of the day. We probably can get to a couple of texts real quick.
All right, Tom, quickly.
All right, Kevin, this text is saying you were talking about Republicans voting for Kamala. Heck, we know people from California are crazy, but it does not matter who voted for who. Enough people had a brain enough to vote for Trump. So
Well, I'm talking about governor.
Yeah.
The Republicans will vote for her for governor of California.
Monica?
I saw a video where a person asked a couple in San Diego who they were voting for. He said Trump, she said Harris. They were good with that and each other. Maybe that guy's marriage wasn't as strong as he thought.
Maybe.
You know, I just don't think that there's any power in that because there's power in agreement. And when you're divided like that, there's going to be more issues that come up that you guys are going to be divided on as well when it comes to finances, when it comes to beliefs, when it comes to things that you take hard stands on. Yeah.
And one last one from Shorty this morning in Lovington. Let's see that. Tom A., you said it best. You said, if you want to, I've offered to train you for free, and you don't want to.
Allah.
I like the way I train.
The results are amazing.
Yes.
Simply amazing.
I lost 223 pounds by
I don't want to hear about stuff that happened 10 years ago.
But I can do it if I want to.
I don't want to thank you. You can do it if you want to.
Right.
God bless you.
There you go.
All right, Tradio coming up in just a second. Russ Black will be in. News this hour being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. He's got the experience to take care of your air or your heating. Give him a call, 575-631-1999. Call Enrique Rocha today. It's already 9:30. Tradio up next.
MTD Radio.